of this episode of Life in Science with Palav Baza, an inside look at the making of the Atal Tunnel, a look at civil engineering aspects, a look at electrical engineering, and how engineers from the Border Roads Organization brave the cold conditions and finally connected with an all-weather road between Lahore and Spiti and the Kundu Valley. For your information, the second tunnel in the world, about 10,000 feet, is only 2.72 kilometers in USA, Eisenhower Tunnel. You can understand the jump what India has taken over the technology over 10,000 feet in tunnels. The tunnel also sends the message to India's development. India knows how to protect its border. Tough terrain is at the heart of one organization. From the highest airfield in Ladakh to the lowest point in Gurudwara, the Border Road Organization excels in connecting India and standing as one of India's 21st century engineering marvels. Behind him is the Atal Tunnel at Rohtang, the longest tunnel about 10,000 feet in the Himalayas.
मैं मानता हूं कि अटल टनल रोहतांग देशवासियों और खासतौर पर हिमाचल वासियों के प्रति पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री स्वर्गीय अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी स्नेह, सहयोग, प्रेम और उनके कर्तव्य को दर्शाता है। लगभग 20 वर्ष पहले उन्होंने स्थानीय जनता की जरूरत को समझा और इस टनल का सपना देखा। अब प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने अटल टनल का उद्घाटन करके हिमाचल प्रदेश की जनता के सपनों और उनकी आशाओं आकांक्षाओं को पूरा किया। 3000 मीटर ऊंचाई पर बनी 9 किलोमीटर से भी अधिक लंबी टनल न केवल सबसे लंबी बल्कि एक बेहद कॉम्प्लेक्स कंस्ट्रक्शन है। टफेस्ट जियोलॉजीज और बीच में पड़ रहे लार्जेस्ट शेयर फ्लोट के कारण इसके निर्माण की राह कोई आसान नहीं, पर सभी मुश्किलों को पार कर अटल टनल को पूरा कर हमारे बॉर्डर रोड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के जवानों ने दृढ़ता और संकल्प को दर्शाया है। कठोर चट्टानों के 2 किलोमीटर नीचे इस टनल का होना स्वयं हमारे देश के टेक्निकल कॉन्फिडेंस का एक प्रमाण है। इस प्रोजेक्ट के अधिकांश का हमारे अपने इंजीनियर्स द्वारा पूरे किए गए। इसलिए अटल टनल रोहतांग का निर्माण आत्मनिर्भर भारत के हमारे एस्पिरेशंस और हमारे इंजीनियर्स को नई स्किल्स से लैस करने का एक बहुत बड़ा उदाहरण है। और मैं मानता हूं यह अटल टनल रोहतांग का हमारे देश के लिए एक स्ट्रेटेजिक इंपॉर्टेंस भी है। हाल ही में बॉर्डर रोड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने सिक्किम में टनल का निर्माण किया है। चार धाम एक्सिस पर उत्तराखंड में चंबा टनल पूरी हो चुकी है। अरुणाचल प्रदेश में सेला और नेशनल टनल का निर्माण कार्य भी तेजी से चल रहा है। बॉर्डर रोड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन द्वारा इन सुरंगों का निर्माण हमारे देश की इन हाउस कैपेसिटी को भी दर्शाता है। अपनी इन क्षमताओं के चलते अब हम देश के बाहर भी टनल कंस्ट्रक्शंस का जिम्मा लेने के लिए पूरी तरह से तैयार है। इस प्रकार ये मेक इन इंडिया के साथ साथ मेक फॉर वर्ल्ड की भी हमारी आकांक्षा को पूरा करने की दिशा में एक बहुत बड़ा कदम है।
Atal Tunnel is a gold standard benchmark world over. It's a world-class work which will showcase India's engineering ability to work in extremely difficult terrain, both not only in terms of heights, the kind of rock strata, and the variation in terms of the fragile work environment, terrain in which they have to work. I think BRO can truly be proud of its work when we look at Atal Tunnel. And in fact, I would say the nation is proud of the work which BRO has done. I would even say that nation is indebted to BRO and its employees for the work it has done. BRO employees sacrifice a lot when they work. They work in difficult conditions, dangerous conditions, and doing such difficult work in these conditions is really something which creates a model for all of us in terms of their dedication, their commitment to the cause of nation's development, and of course to provide strategic infrastructure for a nation's security.
And to explain to us the complexities of the making of this tunnel, we have with us Lieutenant General Rajiv Chaudhary. He is a civil engineer, and incidentally, both General Chaudhary and I share an alumnus with Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. Thanks a lot for joining us, General.
I salute you also for being here at this height of 10,062 feet, and you have made it. I'm quite impressed with that.
Thank you, Lord. General, why should India be proud of what we see behind us, the Atal Tunnel?
Firstly, this is the longest tunnel what has been constructed in the world by any engineers. This is 9,000 meters long tunnel, about 10,000 feet. And for your information, the second tunnel in the world, about 10,000 feet, is only 2.72 kilometers in USA, Eisenhower Tunnel. You can understand the jump what India has taken over the technology over 10,000 feet in tunnels. So it's a major breakthrough, and this tunnel is not connecting the places as it will be connecting Lahore Spiti people. It is also connecting the people of Lahore Spiti which were cut off for approximately 6 months from the mainland. So we are connecting the culture, we are connecting people, we are connecting the places.
So you are joining arts.
Yes. So and this tunnel has got a lot of strategic value and lot of socio-economic importance.
The Border Roads Organization works in some of the other more difficult conditions. Tell me, from the desert to the sea, where on and how difficult the conditions are.
Border roads, as the name suggests, it works on the borders. So we work in the Thar Desert borders. The temperature goes up to plus 50 degrees centigrade, and we work in areas like this, and more higher areas, have got temperatures of approximately minus 50 degrees centigrade.
Minus 50.
At Dras, Kargil, it goes. That is the second coldest place in the world. So you can understand the differential of temperatures of operation is approximately 100 degrees centigrade. And the same people, sometimes they go to Thar Desert, sometimes they go to Dras. And not only this, our express spreads from DSDBO to Indra
Which is the highest airfield we have.
highest airfield
in Ladakh.
absolutely, and goes down below to Indra Point, which is the lowest point of our Indian subcontinent.
Which is the southernmost point of Great Nicobar.
Absolutely. And also from Thar Desert in the west to Arunachal Pradesh, which is the easternmost part of the country. So we are spread across the country. We are joining people at places, as I told you earlier, and we are joining cultures.
How do you lead such a diverse pool of people?
That is a very difficult question. I don't lead. I just facilitate.
Oh, lovely.
I don't lead. I don't do anything. It is just I do little things to increase and infuse that motivation.
You see a lot of concrete here. What are these concrete?
This is basically to stabilize the hillside, which is very fragile. Okay. You see the wall, it is nearly 90 degrees. Okay. And these mountains, under the pressure of the snow and on its own pressure, they sometimes start crumbling and come down on the road in form of debris. So which blocks the traffic. So we do short digging, and this is called bolting. And those pipes you see, they're called deep holes. So that mountain when it dips, in the sense when the water gets sieved into the mountain side, it has to be given outlet. So there are the deep holes and the bolts and the short fitting basically to stabilize the mountain side. Now, let's take a look at some of the other work. And the other tunnel, General Rajiv Chaudhary gave us a broad overview. Now let's meet some of the key people who made the tunnel possible. We have with us Chief Engineer K.P. Purushottam. He hails from Kerala but works at over 3,000 meters and made this tunnel. So Purushottam, how easy or difficult and what are the peculiarities of this tunnel?
Yeah. This is one of the most difficult tunnel I would like to say in the world. And this is having the record of the longest highway tunnel above 10,000 feet altitude. This tunnel is having all the modern facilities which highway tunnel is required to have. So we have got the certain features I would like to say. Length of the tunnel is 9 kilometers and the levels of both sides, north portal and south portal, is 3060 meters and 3071 meters respectively. And by constructing this tunnel, we are saving a length of 46 kilometers distance of the road.
Let's also take Dr. Brigadier Bagi. Brigadier Bagi, there are challenges on the south portal, there are challenges on the north portal. What was the big challenge on the north portal?
The biggest challenge on the north portal was connecting the tunnel's north portal to the main axis, that is the Manali Bay axis. So for which we had to construct 100-meter bridge, which was the biggest challenge in the time-bound manner approach, and the 100-meter bridge, which was to be made in the least time frame, that was almost 3 to 4 months. I think that was the biggest feat achieved by the project book and the task force of 38 task force.
We are blessed to have officers like you. Colonel Vashankar, the tunnel is one thing, but reaching the tunnel and going out of the tunnel, what was your keyword?
See, our goal was to provide connectivity to both ends of the tunnel, especially at the north portal. North portal there was no connectivity. Earlier it was connected to a Bailey bridge, which was
Hello. So, good morning to one and all. Myself, Chaudhary Tamo. As you all know, we are all gathered here for the celebration of Science Week Festival. That is VIGYAN SARVATRA PUJYATE. Means science and technology is revered all over. VIGYAN SARVATRA PUJYATE is a week-long celebration from 22nd to 28th February 2022 from 75 different locations in India, and ITANAGAR is also chosen as one of the locations. So you guys are very lucky. And we are gathered here with, along with us, we have Zion School of Nursing, Northeast Institute of Nursing College, Delhi Public School, Government Middle School P Sector, Government Higher Secondary School Arunodaya, Abutani Vidya Niketan, and Guardian U School. So, moving along, I would like Tejing Sarva sir, scientist, please come over to that and give the welcome speech.
Good morning to you all. On the third day of week-long today's science festival, VIGYAN SARVATRA PUJYATE. Respected here, Engineer Bamang Apong, Joint Director of the State Council for Science and Technology. Respected resource person, Dr. Vaswaraj Mathapati, scientist, Indian Council for Medical Research, National Institute of Virology, Pune. Respected Dr. K.R. Kadevi, scientist, Indian Council of Medical Research, RMRCNE, distributor. Dignitaries from different departments, showcasing their publications, my colleagues, learned teachers, and my dear student friends. A very well welcome to you all. I'm delighted to see huge participants from student community. Hope you may enjoy and get benefited from today's popular science lecture, film show, and especially science message show. So once again, hearty welcome to you all. Thank you.
Okay. As Mehmet sir has come from very far, so from our side, we want to give a token of love. From Apo sir, please join director sir. Please give a token of love from us, from our side. I would like to request Dr. K. Rekha ma'am, please come on slide. Ma'am, we are giving you a Karasako, which is purely handmade from Momba tribe of Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, now I would like to request Dr. Basavarajan Mahapati sir. Sir, please come on the dais, sir. Thank you, Babu Appa sir. So now I would like to request Dr. K. Rekha Devi, Scientist, Indian Council of Medical Research, RMC CNE Dibrugarh, to please give a speech in the milestone in biomedical research in India. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and all my dear students. It is a very great honor for me to participate in this very important event on the milestone of science and technology. As you know, Government of India is organizing is okay. is organizing the VIGYAN Sarvatra. What is it? Goods. That means we are observing the science. So, government of India is organizing in 75 centers for the achievements what we have done since 75 years after Independence Day in India. So I'll be presenting on milestone of science and technology what ICMR has contributed. ICMR is an apex biomedical research institute and it was established in 1911. Again, it was designated as Indian Council of Medical Research in 1949. ICMR is funded by Government of India through the Department of Health Research, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. The vision of ICMR is translating research into action for improving the health of the population. The vision of ICMR is to generate, manage, and disseminate new knowledge, and increase focus on research on the health problems of the vulnerable and disadvantaged and marginalized section of the society. So ICMR harness and encourage the useful of modern biological tools in addressing health concern of the country, and they also help in innovation and translational in terms of development of the diagnostic kit, treatment and methods, and for vaccine development. And they also inoculate a culture of research in academia, especially in medical colleges and health research institutes. And we also strengthen the infrastructure and the human resource. So we have 26 ICMR institutes all over India in different states, and we have 4 regional medical research centers. So this slide shows the list of National Institute of ICMR. We have Indian Institute of Reproductive Research Center in Mumbai. We have National Institute of Malaria in Delhi. So we have National Institute of Tuberculosis in Chennai. We have National Institute of Virology. So total 26 national institutes we have. And these are the 4 regional institutes. We have one in Dibrugarh that is catering for 8 states of Northeastern region, and we have one center in Bhubaneswar, another in Port Blair, and another is in Gorakhpur. So this slide shows the ICMR in glance since 1949 to 1920, what we have been doing. So this in 1952, ICMR discovered Bombay blood group. And ICMR, I have already informed that it was renamed in 1949 as Indian Council of Medical Research from IRFA. Then we also have lots of national program for controlling of filariasis since 1949. Then nationwide TB prevalence study ICMR has conducted in the year of 1955. And in the 1957, they also discovered monkey fever disease. And ICMR has developed one institute called Jalma that is located in Agra, and mostly they are working on leprosy. So in the year of 1967, that institute has been inaugurated by Vice President of India. And ICMR also discovered one virus, Sandipura virus, that is causing the human encephalitis. And in 1964, they also have started dots. As all of you know, wherever you go, you see dots for tuberculosis directly observed short treatment course. So in 1970, ICMR also have first established the Human Leukocyte Antigen Department in Mumbai. So this slide shows the major milestones, what is achieved during 1970 to 1980. So ICMR demonstrated iodized salt control for goiter prevalence, and they also by National Institute of Hematology in the year of 1973, the inner blood group antigen was also discovered. And ICMR has set off many chain of regional centers for national nutrition monitoring bureaus in different parts of India in 1972. Then ICMR also set up one institute called Institute for Research in Medical Statistics in New Delhi. Now it is named as National Institute of Medical Science in the year 1976. So, cholera typing scheme was started in 1993. Then even Andaman hemorrhagic fever for leptospirosis that was identified in 1993. Then in the year of 1992, we have established one national AIDS center that is in Pune, is called NARI in the short form. Then ICMR also have in 1994, they also have achieved one double fortification of cooking salt with iron and iodine. And in the year of 1996, they also could discover one new serogroup of leptospira for the first time causing pulmonary hemorrhages. Then polio research and elimination in 2003, and ICMR contributes significantly to polio research and helps in achieving polio-free status in India. And in 2002, Kala-azar treatment, for the Kala-azar treatment, this multifoshine, they are validated for the treatment of the Kala-azar. And they also changed the policy for the National Program for Lymphatic Filariasis Elimination in 2006. And DISR, Department of Health Resource, was created as a department under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare in 2008. So ICMR is also developing many diagnostic kits. Even as all of we are aware that during COVID-19, ICMR also have developed in collaboration with the Bharat Biotech one indigenous vaccine, that is Covaxin, in 2020. Then we also have establishing many medical research unit, MRSU, viral research laboratories in different states. Then we are also developing model rural health resource units in different states. Then they are also establishing many BSL-4 in different states. But in 2013, at NIV Pune, they have established one BSL-4. Because of that BSL-4, we could isolate COVID-19 virus, and from there only, in collaboration with Bharat Biotech, we could develop this Covaxin indigenous vaccine for COVID-19. Then we also have the ICMR also have developed one equipment, that is a magnet visualizer for screening of the cervical cancer. So many. Not only the research, we are also developing kits, diagnostic kit. We are also developing many diagnostic vaccines. Then we are also developing some equipments also. So this slide shows the major achievements in last 3 years. What we have been doing since 1919 to 1921. ICMR is also giving the research support to Ayushman Bharat in policy interventions, then digital interventions in tackling non-communicable diseases and affordable technologies we are also developing for the diagnosis of different diseases. And we are also working on many national prevalence for tuberculosis, for COVID-19. So many sero-surveillance studies, surveys are also conducting. So we are also having so many mission mode projects in different states, and we are also working on this outbreak investigation. And as all of you know that ICMR was taking the main role for outbreak and endemic investigation for COVID-19. This slide shows the flagship programs what ICMR is doing. So ICMR is having many programs under National Mental Health Program, neglected tropical diseases, National Leprosy Elimination, then National Program for Prevention or Control of Cancer, Diabetes, Cardiovascular Disease and Stroke. And we have many TB resource consortium also. And we are also working on National Tobacco Control Program, the National Telecommunication Service, and National Malaria Elimination Program. So this slide shows some more recent developments, what we have been doing in what ICMR is doing for the nation. And time to time we are also getting many storms releasing, depends on different works. And for COVID-19 delivery, what ICMR has done for Nagaland and Manipur in a very remote area, they are using the drones, because in some places it's very difficult because of the very tough terrain. We cannot travel by vehicle, so it's very time taking. So because of this drone, this is a demonstration work. So even in Arunachal Pradesh, we are also going to start one project that is for the reduction of the tuberculosis in Papampara district of Arunachal Pradesh. So they are also will be using the drone. So since I am working in Indian Council of Medical Research, so my name is Dr. Rekha. Actually, I'm working as a scientist E. So I just wanted to give a big presentation what our center is doing. So our center is working, and our center is catering for entire 8 states of the northeastern region, and our center is working under communicable and non-communicable diseases. So under communicable, we are working on vector-borne diseases, other viral diseases, bacterial diseases, and trematode infections on paragonimosis, fish-borne trematode, plant-borne trematode, schistosomiasis, and under cystode infection, we are working on teniasis, neurocystosarcosis, tuberculosis. And under non-communicable diseases, we are working on cancer. As you know, based on the population-based cancer registry data, there is a very high incidence of the cancer in northeastern region. So to address many issues, our center is also taking up many projects, research on cancers in collaboration with different states, different these hospitals, and many research centers. And we are also working on hypertension and cardiovascular disease, diabetics, anemia, and hemoglobinopathies. So this slide shows that we have a population-based cancer registry in all over in northeastern region. So our center is also having one demonstration project on health demographic surveillance, disease surveillance system. Actually, first we are now trying in Dribugar, then once if it is successful, and we will be distributing to different states of northeastern region. So I need Dr. Basavras, this video. Na? So I'll just show what we are doing by these IGSLs. I'll just give a small video, okay?
I am going to demonstrate that the mobile application used in establishment of health and demographic surveillance system in Dibrugarh district, Assam. First, let's understand, what is HDSS? Health is a fundamental human right. Attaining the highest possible level of health is the... Hi, today, I am going to demonstrate about the mobile application used in Establishment of Health and Demographic Surveillance System in Dibrugarh District, Assam. First, let's understand, what is HDSS? Health is a fundamental human right. Attaining the highest possible level of health is the most important social goal worldwide. Upper Assam, which includes Dibrugarh, has the highest maternal mortality in the whole of India, as well as high infant mortality. Several reports have shown that major portion of these deaths occur among the tea garden community due to low economic status, low awareness about health services, and poor access and coverage by the routine health system. So, it was proposed to set up a health and demographic surveillance system to be named as the Dibrugarh HDSS to create baseline data on morbidities and mortality in consultation with tea garden management and state health department in order to provide technical assistance in operationalization of program, interventions for reducing maternal, neonatal, infant, under 5, and adolescent mortality and morbidities due to non-communicable diseases, as well as set up robust monitoring and evaluation system. Before setting up the surveillance system, a complete census of all households was conducted. Every households of the village and tea garden were registered through mobile application, and all the individuals of the household was provided a unique identification number based on state, district, village tea garden, and date of birth. Moreover, every household were located using mobile geo-positioning system, and the value of proper latitude and longitude was given to each household. Now, let's move on to the HDSS mobile application to see how it works. The HDSS mobile application has 4 user roles: surveyor, informant, participants, and doctors. Let's suppose you are a surveyor, then you can log in by selecting surveyor role and providing your login credentials. After login, you have to load the question sets under the data status section. Then, you can do your tasks assigned to you by the admin. In the surveyor section, you can do tasks like household survey, individual survey, follow-up survey, health facility, healthcare seeking behavior survey, and antenatal checkup surveys for pregnant women. Similarly, in the informant section, an informant can provide information on vital events like birth, death, COVID-19, pregnancy, migration details of their areas. Informants can also view their previously given data and their honorarium status in the mobile application. In the participants section, a participant can log in by entering their mobile number given at the time of survey and make a login request to admin. Then, admin have to either accept or deny the participant's request of login. After accepting the login request, a participant can log in to their panel and view healthcare-related or decision support messages sent by admin. In the doctors section, a doctor can check their linked pregnant women list, upcoming antenatal checkup schedule, their health details, and also check their messages in the message tab. Now, let's move on to the HDSS admin panel to see how we manage our data and field workers to assign for different tasks. First, we have to log into the admin panel using the provided username and password. After login, we can see the dashboard section. In the dashboard section, for simple understanding, total number of surveyors, total household, and also total surveys given. Just below the dashboard, we can see a graphical presentation of daily survey records, gender distribution chart, age group chart, etc. Then below the graphical records, in the map, we can monitor the live locations of our surveyors, assigned in different areas of Dibrugarh district using geo-positioning technology. As you can see, a surveyor name called Prakash Chetri is assigned to do tasks in a particular area of Dibrugarh district. We can monitor his location by the given latitude and longitude points, which we can see in the map. With the help of the top navigation menu under the Master tab, we can add new state, district, area, survey types like baseline and follow-up, edit the existing questionnaire, add or assign new surveyor and task, view reports, create or delete new user. There is also a multilingual setting option, where we can set our mobile application language language to a state's native language. In the report navigation, we can generate reports of households, individual person, birth details, death details, pregnancy, health facility, healthcare seeking behaviors report, which are collected by the field surveyors and informants. We can also establish link between pregnant mothers with their consulting doctors or new doctors, if in case she has not consulted with any clinician. The link will be established only after both doctor and pregnant mother agree to do so and give us their consent. And that's it, we are almost done with the basic understanding of how the HDSS mobile application and the admin panel works together to collect thousands of data with managing the field workers' activities without any use of paper and maintain its database online. So the data can be accessed in no time by the click of a button and provide the required help to villagers and tea garden individuals as needed in time. As we have upgraded our system for pan-India use, we will be always happy to share our mobile application system in different states of India.
So our center, we are also having one mobile stroke care unit. This we are now just started in Dibrugarh district, and we want to see how effective this unit will be for those stroke person. Then we'll be elaborating to other states also. I think you have skipped. Actually, one more video that is on self-monitoring of the blood pressure and decision support. Actually, this we have developed in Android phone. This is an app. Just I want to give a small video on it. How they do the self-monitoring of blood pressure. You play?
Hello everyone, today I am going to give you a simple demonstration about the MyHeart mobile application used in the project self-monitoring of blood pressure and decision support with lifestyle intervention through mobile application to control blood pressure. First, let's understand the basic overview of this project. Hypertension is the most prevalent non-communicable disease in both developing countries including India. It contributed 7.1 million global deaths and 64.3 million disability-adjusted life years daily, which estimated to be 4.4% of global total. Therefore, it is required to have an improved system for creating awareness and intensifying intervention for adopting healthy lifestyle-related behaviors to control blood pressure. A recent study has shown that blood pressure can be controlled by using interactive mobile phone support. In this context, the MyHeart mobile application was developed. Now, let's move on to the MyHeart mobile application to see how it works. The MyHeart mobile application has two user roles, one is for admin and the other for participants. Firstly, let's check the admin's point of view in the application. At first, you have to log in using the provided login credentials by admin. After login, you have to synchronize the questionnaire and patient data in the data synchronization section. After synchronization, you can register new patient by pressing the New Registration tab in Patient Registration section. After registering new patient, you can provide the mobile application to the participant or patient you just registered. In the Decision Support section, you can also view input history and ask for decision support for yourself by pressing My Input History and New Input tab. You can also do follow-up surveys on intervention and control group participants by following the questionnaires accordingly in intervention and control group sections. One can also change the password by going to the Settings tab under the Account Settings section. Now, let's move on to the other user role, participants' point of view, of the mobile application. Firstly, you have to log in to the mobile application using the credentials provided by admin. After login, first you have to synchronize the questionnaire under the Data Synchronization section. Then, you can opt for New Decision Support by pressing New Input under the Decision Support section. After proceeding with new input, you must provide the required details and follow along with the questionnaire. After entering all information, you will get a confirmation message. Based on your input information, you will receive decision support message from the ICMR project team. You can also view your previous input history by pressing My Input History tab under the Decision Support section. You can also view your profile like your name, address, contact information, etc. By pressing the Settings tab, you can also enable or disable notification alert from the mobile application and change the password provided by the admin. And that's it, we are almost done with the basic understanding of the MyHeart mobile application. Now, let's move on to the admin panel to see how we provide decision support and manage the two user roles in the admin panel. First, we have to log in with the admin credentials. Then after login, we can see the basic information of attributes like total entry, total users follow-up, total intervention, total decision, etc. Then, in the navigation menu, the API documentation used in the mobile application is given. Then, under the admin menu navigation, we can view and add inference parameters, inference with data, input table, inference list, survey questions, decision list, create user list, manage address code, etc. Then, under the report navigation, we can extract reports like intervention data, control data, and decision data by clicking the required need. And that's it. This is how the MyHeart mobile application and the admin panel works to give decision support to the participants and also the official staff that are in need.
Actually, by using this app in the community, we will get the information. So and so person is having very high blood pressure. Then simultaneously, what we can do are the PI of the project they will take a decision whether means like that person has to be treated for hypertension or not. So this is a very useful app, and we are giving what we do. We go to the these villages, and we first consult with the village headman. Then we also identify one local person who is a leader in that village. Then we also train them. Then we give the different provide. We also provide these tablets. So those tablets, then we will put the app also. Then wherever they are using their tablet, we can just locate the location also. So here I have already explained about the mobile stroke care. Here we have all the facility for diagnosis. Suppose if somebody is having the ischemic heart attack, so immediately that person, this vehicle will be moving, will get the information, immediately we will rush. Then we will diagnose. Then if it is within 4 minutes, then when we take the MRI, it will go to one expert immediately. Then the doctor will decide whether that person has to be treated or not. So for ischemic heart attack, if we could do immediately take up the step and give the medicine, then person can be saved. So now we have just started in Dribugar, and once it gives a very good result, then we'll be working in other districts of the northeastern region also. Under communicable disease, we are also working on tuberculosis. So after 1956, our Indian nation has never repeated the prevalence study for pulmonary tuberculosis study. So only last, I think 2020, we have completed one survey, and we have done even in Arunachal also. So this for the 20 all over India, we have conducted in 20 states. In this survey, we also have used one bus, so that is a very well equipped. So here we have an X-ray machine, and we will be taking the X-ray for those presumptive TB cases. Then immediately that will connect the report by this artificial intelligence method. So they will be giving the result, and accordingly we also will take the sample for sputum. Then we have another machine called CBNet. Then once if it is detected for tuberculosis, whether that has to be treated for first line or MDR, we will communicate to the state government. Then they will start giving the treatment. So we also have one app. Actually, in Tripura there is a high prevalence and incidence of malaria. So we also have developed one app for this tracking of the fever. So this we give to the healthcare workers, ASHA workers. Then immediately before, after we get all these data from different locations, then we can predict whether that area is going to have an outbreak or not. Then immediately the state government start prepared for tackling those outbreaks. So this is the app for the fever tracking for malaria and chikungunya, JE, scrub flu, COVID-19. And we are also working in one area, that particular disease is called paragonimosis. This paragonimosis is caused by a lung fluke, Paragonimus species. So what happened in Sanglam district of Arunachal Pradesh, we could detect many cases, and those persons who are suffering from paragonimosis, they are very much mimicking all the signs and symptoms with tuberculosis, because both these diseases are having the misdiagnosis confusion. So they were treated for MDR TB. So we have also identified the focus of paragangliomas in Arunachal Pradesh. So now we are having one mission mode project. So we are also working in Arunachal Pradesh with State Health Department. So this disease is caused by eating the infected crab. So in Arunachal Pradesh, we could see Meridel Fusa lubricants. They were infected many with this lung flu, metacyclidae. So the white, what I am showing in the muscle, this is the metacyclidae of Paragangliomas species. So actually, what happened? We have advised them. Okay. So this is a crab muscle where there is a infected metacyclidae are there. So actually this is mostly they get infection when they take the chutney of that crab, infected crab, and when they take this undercooked partially cooked. So in that endemic area, we have advised them to take cook after proper cooking and not to take that chutney. This mostly it occurs in Sangram district. Even we got even from this place also. So all of you should be careful while eating the crab, okay? So the symptom of this disease is cough, hemoptysis, fever. So we also have developed the rodel model because in India we don't have a diagnostic kit. So we have infected the rat. We have developed one animal model and that was infected with this Paragangliomas metacyclidae, and we could get this adult worm from this cyst, this lungs of the rat. So this is when we see under microscope that what I have shown in the muscle now, that infected metacyclidae. So you will look like this, okay, under microscope. Then when we have infected with a rat, then we could get this other worm, okay. And from here we could develop one diagnostic kit, that is a ELISA based kit. So now means from different steps also we are getting this Paragangliomas infection. So we are collecting the serum sample. Okay, first we have to collect and separate the serum, and we by this ELISA based this method, we are able to diagnose whether the person is suffering from Paragangliomas or tuberculosis. Because tuberculosis, mere negative tuberculosis, if they have a symptom, they also have to treat as MDR TB. Okay, and that TB anti-TB drug has lots of toxicity. So we could develop this kit. So ICMR after 100 years of celebration, they have released one stamp. So this is the Paragangliomas that one. This is the contribution from our stamp. So we are also developing many diagnostic kits for neurocytosarcosis. So because in the brain, when you have a tuberculoma in the brain, when you have a Paragangliomas neurocytosarcosis, and when you have this brain tumor, so the doctors, they get lots of confusion. So what they do from Assam Medical College and all, if they find such lesions in the MRI and CT, they send the sample to us because we have already developed one indigenous diagnostic kit. Okay, so this is the kit we have developed. So we are diagnosing for them and giving the report to them. So this is from the infected pink. So this is the cyst, you know. If you find this white, now, this is called metacystome. Okay. So try to avoid not to eat such type of meat, pork. So we also got from the human, we got from the stool this linear problematic. Okay. This we understand from the adult. And another area in Northeast, when we went to paddy field, we got many cases having dermatitis during the paddy field this plowing season. So this is the skin of infected person. They have lots of itching, dermatitis in the skin when they go to the paddy field when there is a water. Okay. That is due to schistosomiasis. So what we have done, we have collected the snails, okay? Then we have released the surgery, then we have developed the adult worm, and we also have developed one diagnostic kit that has not been released yet, it's under process. So you see the skin disruption. हमने कभी देखा हम लोग ने फिल्म में जो फील्ड में जो काम करते हैं ना, ठीक है, in paddy field, so they have many problems with this dermatitis. This is due to schistosomiasis. So ICMR also have with the liaison has developed many BRDL lab all over the country. We have a 10 regional lab. We have 25 step BRDL. We also have many BRDL in IT9 medical colleges. Because during COVID pandemic, these BRDL help a lot for the diagnosis. Viral diagnostic lab. So they also have developed many BSL-3 facility all over India. So one is in Agra, another is in Jabalpur, Pune, Nari, Chennai, and even we have in our center also. Okay, so present setup, what we are also developing many MRSU. So then we are also setting up many center for biomedical resource unit in different states. This slide shows the BSL-3 lab network. Okay, that I've already shown earlier. Okay, why is it going out? So now our center is taking care for the Northeast for setting up the different MRSUs in different states of Northeastern region. So in Assam, we have now we are developing in Chokwa, then Nagaland, then even in Arunachal Pradesh, Sagadi. In Sagadi, we are developing this MRSU. Then in Meghalaya, and in Tripura, and other states are in the pipeline. In Manipur, then Meghalaya. Meghalaya is so the major function why we want to set up these MRSUs, MRUs. What is the major function of the MRSU? Because we are also developing many MRSUs in different medical colleges and institutes. Because our aim is to promote and encourage the quality medical resource in the medical institutes, colleges, and different institutes. So that we can also constitute the local research advisory committee, then they will identify the research priority and the projects with the participation of the state health system officials. Then they will undertake research in non-communicable diseases and other need-based research as recommended by the local advisory committee. Thank you. So here we are observing this VIGYAN SARVATRA PUJYATE, means science we are observing everywhere. Government of India, they are organizing these events, to give the showcase what science and technology is doing. So they are celebrating these in 75 locations. Okay? In 75 years after since independence, what we have been doing. Okay? So thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. So, I would like to call Dr. Basavaraj Mahapati, scientist, Indian Council of Medical Research, National Institute of Virology, Pune, to give a small talk on medical biology in India. Sir.
Okay. Good morning, all. I'm grateful to the Arunachal Pradesh Science and Technology Council for giving me this opportunity to meet you all kids. So, my senior colleague, Dr. Rekha ma'am, has spoken enough about the ICMR's contribution and milestones in the biomedical research. Why you are from like different schools and with a different background and from different stages. So the main purpose of celebrating Vigyan Sarvatra Pujyate, which means we worship the science. विज्ञान सर्वत्र पूज्यते. अगर हम सबसे ज्यादा अहमियत किसको देते हैं या सबको ज्यादा भगवान किसको मानते हैं? विज्ञान को। क्यों? क्योंकि हमारे लाइफ में जो भी चेंजेस आ रहे हैं किसकी वजह से आ रहे हैं? कहीं ना कहीं विज्ञान से। हम मोबाइल देख रहे हैं आज, हम एक जगह से दूसरे जगह एरोप्लेन से पहुंच रहे हैं, ये सारे चीज एक ही चीज से शुरुआत हो, छोटे छोटे हर कोई इन्वेंशन ऑफ व्हील से लेके अभी हम दूसरा ग्रह पे पहुंचने वाला चीज कर रहे हैं। all this is because of it is the gift of science. So the government of India want to celebrate this as Vigyan Sarvatra Pujyate. So as part of that, week long science week is like being celebrated. So on the occasion of like 28th February is National Science Day. So it was the day when Raman effect was like brought. So as a part of that, on what I will be talking. So Madam has already dealt about the milestones which were achieved in biomedical research. The science and technology is not only the science which you look, a physical science, wherein like you make rockets, you make aeroplanes, you make satellites, then research in atom and defense. All these are science. And one more part of science is the science of biology. Okay, wherein particularly biomedical sciences. Biomedical sciences means the science which deals with the biomedicine or keeping us healthy. So on this day we will be talking on the milestones of medical virology in India. So I am Dr. Basavaraj Matpati, working as a scientist in National Institute of Virology, Pune, and recently been deputed to RMRC Northeast, and I in Northeast working with our senior colleague Dr. Rekha ma'am. So today I will be why I am delivering this, because this is to create awareness. It is not only the scientists who make rockets. There are scientists who sit in their lab and work for you to get you a better health. So such of one career is establishing career in virology as science. So I will be speaking you, and I want to make you aware and create an interest in all of you to take, some of you at least, can take up your careers in biomedical research or particularly the research in field of virology. You know how viruses are important. COVID have made the world stand still. Nothing was moving. So for months together it happened. Now also it is there. We are all wearing masks. This is the gift given by COVID. Okay, so I will be talking on the major milestones in the history of like virology, and in Indian context, what Indian virologists could achieve and what are our achievements in the medical virology, or the viruses which affect the human beings, what all have been we achieved. So viruses, what are viruses? They are so tiny, they are so tiny, in one finger of you there can be million, and they even don't live, they are lifeless. They will be alive only when they enter you. So such is the thing. These are very simple. You know, the thing which is very small has a disadvantage that it is very small, but it has got a biggest advantage. The thing which is very small to see is small to beat also. अगर you get a dog, आपके सामने एक कुत्ता आया, उसको पत्थर से मार सकते हो, या मच्छर भी आया उसको आप पकड़ के मार सकते हो. लेकिन वायरस जितना छोटा चीज है आपको दिख ही नहीं रहा है. Very. So the thing is, the thing which is very small is like it's a difficulty, and the thing which is very small is also advantage for it, because we cannot beat that. So let us see the number. Okay. So if you take the number of human population, it is approximately 7.9 billion across the globe, versus the viruses. They are 10 to the power 31. That means each one of us can harbor millions and millions of viruses. So if you take the number, right, the abundance of viruses among all the other microorganisms, you can take the majority of the portion is constituted by the viruses. That means that is the anomaly. you see any place, there are viruses. There are viruses in water, in air, in living things, in plants. You take any ecology, there are viruses. Okay. So, but surprisingly, all of them have learned to live with us, with animals, with the environment. But some of them are notorious and they can cause the disease. So only as few as 219 of all these can cause disease. And only one virus can make the globe hard. Then you can think of, if all of them they come together, then we have to run away from this globe to another planet. So few viruses are even useful. What does it mean? So the viruses which are there in ecosystem are also controlling the number of bacteria. They infect bacteria, they destroy them, they manage that ecological system. So few of the viruses are, and viruses have really taught us making so many biotechnological advancement. That's why I said few are useful. They are in our tummy also. All the metabolism whichever is managed by our bacteria or controlled again by the bacteriophages are the viruses which infect the bacteria. That's how they are being regulated. So you can see, we will talk of those 219 and what all we have done for those 219. Can you see the picture of this? Did you ever see what person is this? It is from a Greek ancient thing. It is the first evidence of existence of a disease called poliomyelitis. You have heard of polio? Yes. Once polio happens, this will be the thing. So the limb will be crippling. So now, do you see polio around you now? Not that common. When we were children, there were plenty of people with one leg or one hand or both of the hands or legs paralyzed, and it is a permanent disability. Okay, starting from this ancient period, the virus existed. You can see it has made the world to stand still. This is like, these are the, in polio there is like paralysis of respiratory muscles. Then they have to be like set up in the incubator kind of things wherein the artificial respiration is artificial lungs. These are called artificial lungs. They were provided. So even the viruses do not see who is rich, who is popular, who has something. It can come to anyone. The best example is the former president of US, Franklin D. Roosevelt. So he was also affected with polio. When he took the presidential oath, he was on the wheelchairs. So viruses never differentiate among the rich, among the popular, unpopular. It is a living body as a whole. So now we have reached to a point wherein we can totally eliminate polio around us. So this achievement has been brought by the efforts of the people working with virology or people working in biomedical research. So you can see plenty of things. All of you, have you ever seen this kind of thing around you? No, even I have not seen. The people who have born after 1977 will never see this because this disease was entirely eliminated from the globe. The disease was called smallpox. The name is small, but it used to cause deaths of millions and millions. So you can see all the children. Then you can list out any virus. You take rubella, mumps, measles, rotavirus, which causes diarrhea, influenza, Nipah, Zika, Japanese encephalitis, varicella, herpes simplex, HIV, all you know, no? AIDS, which causes acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Then very popular and recent one, everyone are wearing mask because of this COVID-19, that is SARS-CoV-2. So all these are the viral diseases. They have changed the human health and brought to the thing where we have lost our easiness to life. Every time we need to. And all these interventions or discoveries are to be made at some place so that we can mitigate them or we can prevent or we can protect ourselves from all those viruses. So you can see they come in different shapes, different sizes, different number. But one thing is common. All they, if they decide, once they enter your body, they multiply to such an extent they make you ill, sick, sometime even your death. You can see almost every organ system is affected by the viruses. There is no place that virus cannot reach. Virus has reached the brain. Many of the encephalitis causing virus starting from rabies. Rabies you have heard, no? Yes. Then pharyngitis causing viruses like adenovirus, Epstein-Barr. Then the viruses which affect our heart, Coxsackie B virus. The viruses which cause hepatitis. This is also very prominent in Northeast, that hepatitis A, B, C, D, E, or hepatitis viruses. Then viruses which cause even skin infection. Then sexually transmitted viral diseases. Then the virus causing gastroenteritis. Many of you have heard of rotavirus, diarrhea, norovirus, astrovirus. Then the viruses causing pneumonia. Here your COVID also comes. Then mumps virus which causes swelling of your face will become like monkey. So that is, then some viruses even infect the eyes. So that is the, you take any part of the body, you can name one virus which causes disease in that. So when the virology started, earlier there people were not knowing what are diseases. Okay, so at that phase of time, so before 1990 there were few events. Okay, almost all of them were related to some other bacteria or protozoa, parasites, so many other things. But when the advent of science happened, from last 30 years, whatever major thing if you can see here, except for this one, this is a bacteria, all others are viruses. You take boil spongiform encephalopathy in 1990s in England. From there, if you take Nipah, SARS, H5N1, Ebola, Zika, then H1N1, MERS, Hendra, Marburg, all these diseases have been reported in last 30 years. So that means the way how viruses are evolving and adapting to the new host is enormously increasing. So that's why if you adapt or develop a career interest in virology, you are going to be the huge asset for the nation. So that's what the purpose of this big celebration. कहाँ से आते हैं वायरस? कहाँ से आते हैं? From where do they really come? They come from everywhere. You see, if somebody has a house, he will come from that house. For viruses, the entire globe or biosystem is the house. So they are there. Actually, we are going into their terrains. So they come from animals, they come from the nature, they exist there without causing any disease or any disturbance in those animals. But when they come across the species, like the example, your SARS coronavirus, there are theories like SARS coronavirus were there in bats. From bats, they came into some other intermediate host, something like pangolin they called pangolin. Then they adapted to the human beings, and in humans they call a severe disease. So similarly, you take example of Nipah. Nipah virus existed in bats and it causes nothing to bats. बैट लोगों को कुछ नहीं होगा, लेकिन बैट से पिग में आया, पिग से लेके ह्यूमन में आया, तो ह्यूमन में पूरा मतलब खून का उल्टी करके मरने जैसे। कि मतलब कोविड तो फिर भी नजदीक मास्क पहन के जा सकते हैं, निपा में कैसे होगा? बॉडी का हर सिक्रीशन, आपके बॉडी से जो निकलता है उसमें वायरस होगा। तो उसको अगर अटेंड करना है तो आपको फुल पीपीई। इवन केरला में एक इंसिडेंस है जहां पे डेड बॉडी को बरी करने के लिए उनके घर वाले ही नहीं आ रहे थे। वी एज अ मेडिकल टीम buried those bodies. So such are the deadly some viruses are, and they all come from. ये आते क्यों हैं? वो नहीं आ रहे, हम उनके पास जा रहे हैं। The globalization and industrial expansion, growth of human population, उसकी वजह से क्या हो रहा है, जगह कम हो रहा है, हम जंगल में जा रहे हैं, जंगल हमारा जगह नहीं है तो हम जाके उसमें रह रहे हैं। तो जंगल में जो नेचुरल साइकिल में जैसे वायरस ये रोडेंट्स में है, बैट्स में है, कोई वाइल्ड एनिमल में है, अब हम वहां जाएंगे तो हम उनको पकड़ के ला रहे हैं। तो वायरस उस जानवर को कुछ नहीं कर रहा था, लेकिन हमारा इम्यून सिस्टम उससे वाकिफ नहीं है तो हम में आ जाएगा तो क्या होगा, इतना हमको बीमार कर देगा। और बीमारी ऐसे नहीं है, वायरस को समझ में आया कि ये बंदा कुछ नहीं कर सकता है, इसमें तो मैं बहुत अच्छे से मजे कर सकता हूँ, तो वो बाजू वाला बंदा को जाने की कोशिश करेगा। सो दैट इज कॉल्ड ह्यूमन टू ह्यूमन स्प्रेड। पहले शुरुआत में कोई एक अफ्रीका में ना, मैं जंगली जानवर पकड़ने जाऊंगा करके जाएगा और पकड़ के लाएगा भी, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ एक वायरस भी आया होगा। तो दैट वायरस, दैट पर्सन कैन स्प्रेड अमॉन्ग अ कम्युनिटी and by virtue of the flying times it can reach across the globe within no time. That is how the pandemics happen. तो पता चला कहां से आए। नाउ तो हम उनको कैसे डील करें, वायरसेस भी है, हम भी है, उनको भी रहना है, हमको भी रहना है। हाउ टू डील विद देम? द फर्स्ट एंड फोरमोस्ट थिंग इज टू आइडेंटिफाई द वायरस। सो 1898 में पहला वायरस डिस्कवर हो, उससे पहले वायरस नहीं था क्या? दे वर देयर। तो आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ द वायरस इज एन इंपॉर्टेंट टास्क इन द वे ऑफ डीलिंग विद देम। देन आपने उसको तो पहचान लिया, उसके बाद उसको पढ़ना पड़ेगा और उसके बारे में जानकारी हासिल करने पड़ेगी। तो टू अंडरस्टैंड वायरस क्या समझना है भाई, ये कौन से होस्ट में से आता है, किस किस को बीमार कर सकता है, क्या ऑर्गन सिस्टम को अफेक्ट कर सकता है, इसका ट्रांसमिशन खांसने से होता है ना, या बॉडी में से निकल जाता है ना, या आंसू में से निकलता है, या सिक्रीशन में निकलता है, या खांसने से निकलता है, या सर्दी होने से निकलता है। तो ऑल सच थिंग्स आर टू बी स्टडीड बिफोर हैविंग। ये सब चीज क्यों मालूम होना है? क्योंकि आप अभी कोविड होने के बाद मास्क पहना, ग्लोव्स पहनो या फिर सॉक्स पहनो करके क्यों नहीं बोला? क्योंकि ये जो फैलता है वो है रेस्पिरेटरी पैथोजन है, ड्रॉपलेट आपके नाक में जाके अंदर रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम में जाएगा। तो डिपेंडिंग ऑन हाउ द वायरस ट्रांसमिशन टेक प्लेस, द कंट्रोल स्ट्रेटजी और मिटिगेशन डिपेंड्स ऑन दैट। देन depending on all these we will have to develop the control strategy, maybe in terms of antiviral drugs जो बीमार हो सकने से उनको ट्रीट करने के लिए, vaccines, now you all will be getting vaccines soon, 12 years that has been approved. Then vector control एक मजेदार चीज है, सिर्फ वायरस वो अपने आप आने के लिए लेजीनेस करके किसी के थ्रू भी आ सकता है। कैसे? मैं यहाँ बैठा हूँ, वहां जाने के लिए बस की व्यवस्था होनी चाहिए टाइप। The virus come through vectors. What are these vectors? Vectors are all those invertebrate things which carry these viruses. It can be a mosquito, it can be a flea, it can be a fly, it can be anything, even ticks are the vectors of the virus transmission. Then we need to, if you want to control Japanese encephalitis, then controlling the mosquitoes will be very important, as it uses mosquitoes as the vehicle for transmission. Then to limit the spread we should know that. Then we will be implementing the control strategy. Who will implement? The state agencies, the doctors, ASHA workers, NM, even the community people, they implement the control strategy which are designed through the research. Then they evaluate the outcome, यहाँ disease कम हो रहा है ना, ज्यादा हो रहा है, ठीक हो रहा है कि नहीं, then they will review it, then they continue the system or they modify, or the disease will be eliminated or eradicated. So again the cycle starts, identification of the new virus. The two red circles here both involves research. So until and unless you do the research in virology, we will not be knowing all these things. Once they are done, then only you can have the control strategy and implement them to control at community level. But these things happen within the walls of laboratory, and this reviewing and this at the epidemiologically at the community level. So once they are effective, then only we can. So that's how research in virology is much higher than what it is being shown at outside. So now coming to the milestone, there were like a number of virus discoveries or discoveries related to virus could happen globally and in India. So we will just touch upon that because we should know our history. So then only we can shape our present and look for the future. So हमको पता होना चाहिए कि वायरोलॉजी में अभी तक क्या हुआ है और हमको क्या करने के लिए बाकी है. मे बी आप जब करियर स्टार्ट करोगे तो यू विल हैव अ प्रोमिनेंट प्रॉब्लम टू एड्रेस, एंड इफ एज अ वायरोलॉजिस्ट यू ऑल ऑफ you can be one among that. So starting from like Ionovsky and Vigerin, they were the persons first identified something called virus is there, which is smaller than bacteria. So even it passes through the filters which can retain the bacteria. कुछ चीज डाला है उन्होंने, उसके पास तो में भी ये निकलता है, तो ये इतने छोटे हैं करके. Then in 1898, this I was talking, it was the first virus identified in animals was foot and mouth disease virus. Now also if you see, it is a disease affecting cattle. Okay, so cattle के मुंह पका खुर पका बीमारी है. अभी भी इसके कंट्रोल प्रोग्राम्स एनिमल्स में जारी है. Then in 1901, the first human virus, yellow fever virus, was identified. Okay. Later, so first demonstration of leukemia. That means viruses are so different in nature. Suppose the bacteria is there, it will damage and cause nothing. But the virus can have enormous number of pathogenic expressions. Like some of them can make you ill by targeting your immune system. Some of them can induce cancer in them. So they are called oncogenic viruses. The first discovery of demonstration of leukemia causing virus, retrovirus, was done in 1904 by Ellerman and co-workers. So in 1908, the first report of virus causing immunosuppression, that means which causes your immune system down, so that one of such example is HIV. HIV causes suppression in your immune system, so that you will be succumbing to the other diseases. Then in 1909, Landsteiner and Popper, they isolated polio. It was the breakthrough discovery wherein we can prevent the millions and millions becoming crippled for entire life because of polio by this discovery. And later on, Sabin and Saal developed vaccine for that, which is now being used for prevention of polio. It is almost at the verge of extinction. Now later in 1915, bacteriophages were declared. Bacteriophages are the viruses infecting bacteria. Then isolation of human influenza virus by Smith in 1933 and in 1939. It was the path-breaking year in the virology. Why? Knoll and Ruska invented the electron microscope. It is the highest form of visualization, wherein you can visualize even smallest of small things. That is called electron microscopy. So that has been in the year 1939 by Knoll and Ruska. So later, after few years of identification of yellow fever used to cause huge deaths in all colonial rule. The British Army troop used to go to any country for invasion, no? Because of their naivety in immune system. All the persons who used to go to the wars, they used to come down with a kind of fever and they used to die. Then a medical doctor of like British Army, so he, Max Taylor and Smith, so Reed identified it, and these guys developed a vaccine for that. So that is the first vaccine for any viral disease. Okay. Then in 1954 to 61, Salk and Sabin developed the polio vaccine. So what you now take as the pulse polio. One is inactivated, developed by Salk, and Sabin developed your oral polio, which can be given orally. Then in 1957, discovery of interferons. So interferons are the natural agents which are there in our immune system to defend against virus. अभी आपको कॉमन कोल्ड होता है तो उससे भी आप मरते नहीं हो ना, इट इज ऑल्सो वायरल डिसीज. उसके कारण ये है कि इस वायरस को टेक केयर करने के लिए हमारे बॉडी में कुछ ना कुछ है, तो हमारा बॉडी उससे स्ट्रांग है तो हम बच पा रहे हैं. सो दैट इज द थिंग. सो देन from 1930 to 50, many path-breaking discoveries, technologies were developed for identifying or diagnosis of viral diseases, quantifying them, understanding them better, understanding their pathogenesis and all. In late 50s, 60s and 80s, how there are diseases like some viruses, they call disease, once you get exposed, within 3 days, you will get sick. There are some viruses, you get an infection after 3 to 4 years, or they will have effect chronically. After 10 years also, the symptoms can appear. So, such is the vividness or variety. So, all such discoveries were done by Sigurdsson and Gertrude, and even prions were discovered by Stanley Brusner. Then, from in 1977, it is a major milestone in the history of virology across the globe, the elimination or eradication of smallpox as disease. Otherwise, it used to take millions and millions of lives. The first photograph we have seen with a guy with so many pox on his body. So, that disease was globally eradicated. And who contributed? The WHO, World Health Organization, then many health workers and the virologists. So they have eliminated one. So one more virus came into the picture from the monkeys, that was HIV. So that started causing AIDS. So it was identified by Montaner. Then from it was in 83 and 84 to 2000. Many other path-breaking discoveries in science of virology, like molecular recombinant virus vaccine for hepatitis B, and first vaccine to treat cancer, hepatitis B induced liver cancer. Then identification of 2 more new viruses, Hendra and Nipah. So from 2000 to 2020, all of you know we are moving into the biomedical phase of virology, wherein we have seen so many efforts are being done for polio elimination. SARS has struck once in 2001, then later MERS came, Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, उसका भाई अभी 2019 में आया, that is as COVID-19. Then we have seen swine flu, we have seen bird flu. All these things are the prominent efforts are being made by WHO for elimination of all these disease in different geographical location. ये तो हो गया, दुनिया वालों ने किया, तो हमने क्या किया है? What India has done. So India's discovery, as Madam was also mentioning, we have identified one virus which is not there in entire globe. So that is Cassinose forest disease virus. So this is the virus which is transmitted through the ticks, and it is there in monkeys. From monkeys, the people who used to go to forest for cutting the wood, they came in contact with these ticks and they got infection. So that was identified, and its life cycle was completely studied by the Indians. Then confirmation of occurrence of many arboviral diseases. Arboviral diseases are which are mosquito borne, or like which are transmitted by arthropod vectors. Japanese encephalitis, chikungunya, West Nile, Chandipura, Madam was mentioning. Then we have done the ecological studies to understand natural cycle of zoonotic diseases like AFD, JE and Chandipura. Then smallpox eradication. It took a huge effort from everyone, starting from government to health workers. वहां पे आपको प्राइस भी देने पड़ रहा था कि मतलब अगर आप ये बीमारी दिखाओगे तो 100 रुपए आपको मिलेंगे. So this was the cutting from that same advertisement, win 100 rupees. So such intensive effort were put behind to eliminate smallpox from India in 1979. Then pulse polio immunization program started in 1995. Now the cases have almost come down to zero. So on February 25th, that means कल उसका anniversary है. So February 25th 2012, WHO has removed India from the list of polio endemic countries. That means no more polio is there in India. So that's why we are on surveillance mode only to check whether all our environments are clear from polio or not. Then our scientists have discovered 22 new viruses and they have characterized them. They have discovered many species of these vectors. Okay, so arthropod like mosquito, sandflies, sucking lice, fleas, all these. And a virologist named Singh developed a mosquito cell line, which is called Singh's cell line, which is used for culturing some arthropod-borne viruses. Then Indian virologists have also developed monoclonal antibodies against JE, dengue, West Nile, chikungunya, influenza. All they help in diagnosis of these diseases in different formats of ELISA or lateral flow devices. Then developed indigenous ELISA. ELISA is a technique wherein you can detect somebody is having a disease or not. Okay, so detection of JE, dengue, West Nile, all these, even hepatitis A, B, E, Rota, measles, CCHF. CCHF is one more emerging disease which comes from the animals. Then epidemiology and characterization of hepatitis virus and development of vaccines and reagents for all these has been the contribution of Indian virologists. Then genotyping of important viruses like Japanese encephalitis, West Nile, dengue, hepatitis, measles, then first detection of metapneumovirus, then isolation of several strains of rotavirus. Now, rotaviruses are the viruses which cause infant mortality, causing severe form of diarrhea. Now, in the universal vaccination program, the rotavirus vaccine has also been included to protect them from the childhood disease. Then establishment of NACO and NARI. NACO is National AIDS Control Organization and NARI is National AIDS Research Institute. So considering the importance and death or the huge losses or impairment in the health caused by the AIDS, the government has tried and they have started these two big organizations. They are working day in and out for control of AIDS. Then Mission Indradhanush, all of you might have heard. So some of you can also might be scheduled for vaccination under Mission Indradhanush. It started in 2014, wherein in the universal vaccination program for the children, every newborn in India should be protected from some of the viruses. For that, they have introduced vaccine. They will come to your doorstep and provide it freely for all vaccination. That is how we all are vaccinated for many of the viral diseases which could have taken our lives. Then the Nipah virus struck in India in 2001 in Siliguri, 2007, then in 2018 and 2019. In 2018, it caused almost as 23 deaths in Kerala. But within the short effort and the advancement in the science in Indian arena, otherwise earlier time we used to depend on WHO, CDC to help them out in controlling these things. Now a BSL-4 lab at National Institute of Virology, it is a high level security lab wherein nothing can go out. So in such a lab, the things were developed very quickly and the containment of Nipah virus was possible within no time. So then vaccines, we have developed vaccines for JE, KFT, measles, hepatitis and recently COVID-19 vaccine and development of inactivated KFT vaccine for use and JE vaccine, that GenVac. Now GenVac is given in all of the Northeast to prevent Japanese encephalitis. Then establishment of biosafety level 3 and 4 labs for virology research has been one more milestone. Then National Polio Surveillance Program Once the clinical disease of polio has been eliminated, no cases are coming. But in our water sources, in our environment, if the polio virus is existing, to check out that the surveillance program is on, and maybe I think 2 or 3 days after today is like National Polio Day, no? One more like round of polio drops will be done, and this is very recent. In some 10 days before, a mobile BSL 3 lab, which a high containment lab, which can move on wheel, so can provide the on-site diagnosis for many emerging viral infection has been launched recently in Nasik. Then, so 11 strains of SARS-CoV-2 has been identified by the Indian virologists, and India became the 5th country in the world to isolate the COVID-19. So we are coming to the end part of the talk. Okay. So what do you think is the greatest achievement? So for all scientists who earn a Nobel is the greatest achievement. Something like if you are an army, if you get Paramvir Chakra, you will be the gallant soldier. So like that in science, if you earn a Nobel, okay, so you will be the greatest. So many of the Nobel prizes were given exclusively for identifying or research related to viruses. Some of that I have highlighted, starting from like 2019, identification of hepatitis C. These 3 guys awarded Nobel. Then identification of human papillomavirus and human immunodeficiency virus earned a Nobel. Then Stanley Prusner for identifying the prions. Then this wormers for their discovery and origin of retroviral oncogenes. Then later for slow virus disease pathogenesis, Charlatan, Garjutek and Bloomberg. Then David Baltimore, Dalbeco, all their contribution for like interaction between tumor viruses. Then Max Delbruck, Luria and co-workers for genetic structure of viruses. Then later Peyton Rouse, he was the person who identified the tumor causing virus. So he was also awarded the Nobel. Then in 1965, these guys who made a discovery in molecular biology, but the enzymes which regulate the virus replication. Later in 1954, Franklin Anders, they Robbins, all they made because of they could grow the poliomyelitis virus in cell culture. That's how we can grow liters of virus. We can inactivate and give it as the injection or vaccine. That is possible because of this pathbreaking discovery which was awarded Nobel. Then Max Taylor for controlling or developing 17D vaccine for this. So coming to an end, so what is the take home message for all of you? You are youngsters, you are in your schools. Many of the things which I talked or madam talked might not be of much use. But what is of use is medical virology or biomedical research is also a part of science. Science and technology is not only about rockets and computers. It is also about how healthy we live. Okay. So medical virology has glorious past in India and globally. Discoveries in virology impacted millions and millions. Now we are sitting happily without any childhood disease. It is all because of some efforts of some biomedical research scientists. Institutions of repute in India and world are working for virology, and this research is expanding. The job opportunities will be expanding in virology. So if you can pursue the studies or if you have interest in virology, you can definitely study it as a and take that as a career option. Smallpox globally eradicated with collective efforts from all of the persons. Then polio, measles are at the verge of elimination. Maybe next milestone which will be added is polio elimination from the globe. Then virology as a science expanding. So there are fascinating careers in virology for all of them who pursue either basic sciences or medical sciences or any other sciences. So I will put an end over here. I thank the Arunachal Pradesh Science and Technology Council, RMRC, the Brugard, ICMR, NIV, and lastly ICMR as a whole for the organization where I work. Thank you all for. We will be having a small speech. Okay. So based on what madam has taken and we have taken, we want to just see how much you have learned, and you will be given prizes also. Okay. You will be raising your hands and then you will be giving the answer. Okay. पहले से ही आंसर नहीं बोलोगे, ठीक है? तो आपका स्कूल नेम ना 1 2 3 4 करके आप हमको चांस देते जाएंगे, ठीक है? ओके, तो आप जो भी है डिस्कस करके आप एक ही आंसर दोगे, है ना? बहुत आसान होगा, तो आपको आंसर करनी पड़ेगी। ओके, तो ये क्वेश्चन कौन अटेंड करेगा? Who will attend the first question? The school name. Okay, DPS. DPS will attend. हाँ, उनके नाम। तो हाँ, okay. Which of the viral disease of humans is eradicated from the globe among these four? DPS. Very good. That is the right. Very good. It is the correct answer. Very good. The next which school? Government and secondary school Arunachal. Who are there? Okay. The question for you is, which of the viral disease first identified in India? Castor forest disease, measles, rubella, bird flu. No, you raise your hand. Who will answer? Who will answer? From Arunachal Higher Secondary. Huh? Arunodaya. Okay. Arunodaya. क्या है? A. Okay. That is Castor forest disease. That's the right answer. Thank you. Garden Due School. Okay. Where are they? Okay, done. So the question for you is, which of the viral disease is transmitted through mosquito vectors? Castor forest disease, measles, Japanese encephalitis, swine flu. कौन बताएगा? स्कूल में कौन बताओ? हाथ ऊपर करो।
गार्डन ड्यू स्कूल।
पता नहीं तो तुक्का नहीं मारना है। तो ये क्यों नहीं है? KFD क्यों नहीं है? वो भी तो वेक्टर से ट्रांसमिट होता है, लेकिन उसका वेक्टर मॉस्किटो नहीं है, उसका है टिक्स, है ना? दैट्स द राइट आंसर, जापानीज एन्सेफलाइटिस।
The next school will be government middle school, P sector. Where are you?
Next school is
P sector.
where are you? Okay, sitting far behind. Flying question will come to you. Okay. The National Institute of Virology is located in which of the following cities? दिल्ली में है, नागपुर में है, पुणे में है, मुंबई में, कहाँ में है?
Raise your hand.
Raise your hand. Yes. कहाँ पे? Very good. It is located in Pune, Maharashtra.
Zion School of Nursing. Zion School of Nursing. Okay, you guys are next. So the next question is this one.
Okay, nursing school. Wow. AIDS is caused by which of the following virus? Human immunodeficiency, herpes simplex, pox, rota. Oh, very good.
Northeast Institute of Nursing College.
Okay. So where are you? Okay. So Genvac is used for prevention of which of the following viral disease? Is it human immunodeficiency virus, herpes simplex virus, Japanese encephalitis, rotavirus? फोटो भी था, इसका फोटो अभी भी देखा है हम लोगों ने।
Raise your hand if you know the answer. Okay.
Ah, very good. Come on.
The many sensibilities.
Very good, yeah. The simple logic is very is already there, no? Very is that means sense of matter.
Don't see forward here. Don't see forward Google.
So next, about the Vigyan
About the Vidya indicator.
Yeah, see the mobile.
Okay. Which of the following can lead to a crippling and permanent disability? Immunodeficiency virus, poliomyelitis, pox virus, and rotavirus. Where are you? Okay, yes. B. Poliomyelitis, very good. So poliomyelitis causes permanent disability and
So next question will be for Delhi Public School.
okay.
Hello.
Mission Indradhanush is associated with which of the following? AIDS control and prevention, COVID vaccination, universal vaccination in children, prevention of malnutrition. Mission Indradhanush, yes.
Universal vaccination in children.
Very good. So, Mission Indradhanush is
Okay, higher secondary school, Arunodaya.
okay, where are you? Okay, next. Nipah virus outbreak took few lives in which of the following states of India? Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala. Very good, Kerala.
Garden TV School.
10. So, neonatal diarrhea is caused by which of the following virus? Neonatal diarrhea, मतलब potty लगेगा.
Garden TV School, okay.
कहाँ पे हो आप? हाथ उठाओ, very good. किस वायरस से होगा? रोटा वायरस से, डेंगू वायरस से, चिकनगुनिया से या जेई से? Next, who can answer? Oh, all of them. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can answer. Yes. Option A, rotavirus. Very good.
Which school was the last one? Okay. So the next question is for government middle school P sector. P sector? Where are you guys?
हाँ, आप लोगों का पहले मैडम जो सिखाया था उसमें से कितना जानते हो? The apex body in India for formulation, coordination and promotion of biomedical research. इंडिया में बायोमेडिकल रिसर्च को संभालने वाला अपेक्स बॉडी कौन सा है? What is the full form? What is the full form?
Indian Council of Medical Research.
Very good. Okay.
Zion School of Nursing.
So, where are you guys? Okay. ICMR पहले कुछ और नाम से जाना जाता था. क्या नाम से जाना जाता था? इरफा, इब्री, इसरो, नेपा. क्या? What is IRFA?
Indian Research Fund Association. Indian Research Fund Association.
So next school is
Northeast Institute of Nursing College.
okay. So ICMR headquarters is located in which of the following cities? Kolkata, Mumbai, New Delhi, Pune. Yes, madam. No. Next, DPS. Anyone from DPS? No. Yes, yes. Very good, yeah.
Aruna, right?
Next,
Okay, Abutali Vijayanaketan, okay?
okay. A rare blood group type discovered by ICMR is Delhi blood group, Madras blood group, Pune blood group, Bombay blood group. Which one? Very good. इसका खासियत पता है? पहले क्या आप ब्लड ग्रुप पढ़ते होंगे A, B, O. हाँ, A positive, A negative, B positive, B negative. This was one rare phenotype wherein the blood group did not have any antigen, all null. But antibodies were absent in entire process. That phenotype was first identified, and few people have that rare blood group. So that was Bombay blood group. Good.
DPS, you guys are next.
Yes. Next, what is the name of first test tube baby born in India?
Raise your hand, okay, if you know the answer.
Yeah.
DPS.
I think this wasn't covered, no? Yes. No.
GK.
It is not for asking you something. It is to have. That is what attitude matters. See, we are not here to take you through some exam. It is just a simple this thing. Yeah, we will skip this. Okay. So next one. So device developed by ICMR for cancer screening in the field. आप भी दिल्ली पब्लिक स्कूल ना? यस. अभी बोलो, ये तो सिखाए थे. ये सामने वाले बिल्कुल बोलेंगे अभी. Onco screener. No, it's not onco screener. Okay, so it is Magni visualizer. No. Next group. Okay, where are you guys? Okay, good. The first and only BSL-4 lab in the country was established in Bhopal, Dibrugarh, Hyderabad, Pune. Where? Dibrugarh. No. The first and only. Up.
Now, only we have established. One is in Pune, in Vancouver is established.
Okay. So it is in Pune. Next. So the indigenous COVID-19 vaccine developed by ICMR and Bharat Biotech is Covishield, Covaxin, Sputnik, Covivac. Which one? Covaxin. Yes, it is Covaxin. Very good. So next. Cool people.
Garden View School, okay?
Yes. So the drone developed by ICMR to ensure delivery of vaccine and medical supply is called iDrone, VDrone, MediDrone, DroneVax. Which drone? Yeah, iDrone. Very correct. So coming to the last one. Okay, all of you will answer. Which school?
P sector.
Okay.
Middle school P sector.
Okay. Regional Medical Research Center for Northeastern Region is located where? Which of the following cities? Guwahati, Tezpur, Dibrugarh, Jorhat. Where? Very nice, Dibrugarh. Thank you all for your participation. Now, madam will have some talk.
Now, what we will do, we will be giving one token of love for each school that you have to go and give to your principal, okay? So, from each school, one of the representative can come up and collect the gift. Sir.
So the first school representative of Delhi Public School. Not for you, for your principal, okay? Don't put it wrong. Next school will be Government Higher Secondary School. One representative. Next will be Garden View School. After Garden View, Government Middle School is a okay? P sector. Zion School of Nursing. After that, Northeast Institute of Nursing. Okay. Zion School of Nursing. Northeast Institute of Nursing College. Abotani VIGYAN SARVATRA. Everyone, Abotani VIGYAN SARVATRA.
So thank you very much, my dear students, for your participation and whatever knowledge you have gathered from here, you should disseminate to your friends also, okay? And thank you very much, sir. And thank you all these members of this Science and Technology. And thank you all the organizers for giving this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am has taken out their time from busy schedule and came here to as a resource person. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. So I would like to request Bama Babu, sir. Our department wants to give you a certificate of appreciation. I would like to request Mr. Bama Babu, sir, to come to the dais and do the honor, sir. Sir. Ma'am, we just a certificate of appreciation. Ma'am, recommend please come to the dais. After that, sir, Basavaraj Mahapati, sir, please, sir, come to the dais. So, moving along, so now there will be a science activity on demystifying the miracle, okay? Commonly known as magic.
giving me time, respected Joint Director sir and the resource person. So, my name is Subhutara and I am the mentor in Innovation Hub, Arunachal Pradesh Science Center. देखिए हम लोग आज बहुत ही एंटरटेनमेंट, बहुत ही सिंपल सा मैजिक देखेंगे, ठीक है? दिस इज साइंस बिहाइंड मैजिक। तो साइंस का पीछे मैजिक क्या है उसके बारे में, यहाँ पे किसी को हम कोई लड़का को बुला देगा और यहाँ आके लड़की बना दे, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होने वाला, ठीक है? ऐसा कुछ मैजिक नहीं होगा, तो किसी को डरना नहीं है, ओके? सो बहुत ही आपको हम कुछ मैजिक ट्रिक्स है उसके बारे में आपको रिवील भी करेंगे कि कैसा करता है, ठीक है ना? तो अगर मेरा ये मैजिक हेलो चेक, हाँ ठीक है, चेक 1 2 4 1 2 4 3 कहाँ गया? चलो ठीक है, हम लोग शुरू करते हैं। तो एक बात है मैजिक शुरू करने से पहले, ठीक है ना? ये मैजिक जो करता है ना उसको एक वरदान मिला है, ठीक है ना? भगवान से एक वरदान पता है ना? पहले तपस्या करता था, भगवान आ जाता, बोलो बस क्या वरदान चाहिए, है? तो वैसा एक मैजिशियन को एक वरदान मिला है। अगर आप मैजिक कहीं बीच में फ्लॉप हो जाता है, ठीक है ना? मैजिक कर रहा है बीच में फ्लॉप हो जाता है, तो देखिए ऐसे नहीं हंसना है, ताली बजाना है, ठीक है? वो आपको बहुत बढ़िया है, एकदम परफेक्ट, एकदम परफेक्ट। अगर आप ताली नहीं बजाया तो वरदान क्या मिला है कि नेक्स्ट जन्म में आप घर घर जाके ताली बजाएं, ठीक है? समझ में आ रहा है ना बात? ठीक है, तो हम लोग शुरू करते हैं। पहला मैजिक है जो बहुत ही इफेक्टिव मैजिक है और बहुत प्रोफेशनल मैजिक जो करता है ना मैजिशियन, ये भी कभी कभी बीच में मतलब उन लोगों को बहुत ही प्रिपरेशन करना पड़ता है, ठीक है ना? तो फर्स्ट एक्ट है,
ठीक है, मेरा आवाज जरा पीछे था। हाँ। तो ये मैजिक है, तो इससे पहले आपको बता दें व्हाट इज मैजिक। मैजिक क्या है?
व्हाट इज मैजिक? हैरी पॉटर देखा आप लोग? मेरा स्टिक निकाल। ताली बजाओ। हेलो, ऑलरेडी मैजिक किया हुआ है। तो मैजिक का मतलब क्या होता है? कोई एनीवन फ्रॉम ऑडियंस? पूरा वो गूगल कर रहा है सर, एकदम लैंग्वेज भी देखा, अनबिलीवेबल है। हाँ होगा, ठीक, बहुत बढ़िया। देखिए मैजिक का डेफिनेशन अगर हम एक साइंटिफिक वे में एज अ मेंटर, एज अ साइंटिस्ट, इस हिसाब से अगर हम बोले, एनी साइंस, कोई भी साइंस हो जिसको हम लोग क्या समझ नहीं पाता है, ठीक है ना? जिसको हम लोग समझ नहीं पाता है, दैट इज मैजिक। सिंपल टर्म में बोलेगा तो इफ आई एम रॉन्ग प्लीज करेक्ट मी, लेकिन कोई भी साइंस जिसका कोई एक्सप्लेनेशन नहीं है, दैट वी कंसीडर इज व्हाट मैजिक। जैसे पहले जमाना हम लोग का फोरफादर के टाइम पे आप उसको जाके बोले कि मेरा पास एक ऐसा डिवाइस है कि आप 100,000 किलोमीटर दूर का जो आदमी है उसको हम देख सकते हैं, वो तो आपको जादूगर ही मानेगा ना, ठीक है? सो वो टाइम पे अगर हम टाइम मशीन बना के चला जाए और मेरा मोबाइल फोन को दिखाए तो हम लोग सोचेंगे तो कहां से जादूगर आ गया, ठीक है ना? सो एनी टेक्नोलॉजी और साइंस दैट कैन नॉट बी एक्सप्लेन्ड दैट इज कंसीडर्ड एज अ मैजिक। और ये जो मैजिक स्टिक है, आप लोग गलत फहमी में मत रहिए,
ये मैंने एक दिन के लिए उधार लिया है एल्बर्ट डंबलडोर से, ठीक है। सो काफी इंटरेस्टिंग मैजिक होगा।
तो फर्स्ट मैजिक ट्रिक है, तो ये है मेरा क्या पीछे चश्मा पहना हुआ दिखा आप दे रहा आपको तो नजर आ रहा है क्या है ये वॉल ऑफ डायनासोर और इसमें आपको कुछ डायनासोर नजर आ रहा है आप अगर डाल रहा पानी पूरी बना दो बाकी जितना मैजिक है इससे मतलब गया गुजरा कोई भी अगर मेरा ट्रिक्स देख रहा है और बाद में आप चाहता है कि सर आप ये ट्रिक्स कैसा क्या इतना खतरनाक वाला तो आज इनोवेशन हाथ में आके सीख सकता है, लेकिन 5,000 रुपया है पैसा, हाँ पैसा नहीं सर रुपया है। अभी देखते हैं हम सर को बुलाएंगे यहाँ पे हिप्नोटाइज करेंगे और सर आज से आप घर जाके खाना बनाएंगे मतलब उसके बाद तो मैडम जो बस हमको बोलेंगे आपने क्या कर दिया ये हो जाएगा, ठीक है। चलो अभी हम आ जाते हैं सेकंड ये बहुत कॉमन सर है ठीक है। तो कुछ ट्रिक्स आप लोग हम रिव्यू भी करेंगे कि आप लोग कैसे किया। तो ये सबको नजर आ रहा है यहाँ पे मेरा एक कंटेनर है और ये मेरा जो इसके अंदर कुछ में है ना ओके चेक कर सकते हैं आप लोग, ठीक है ठीक है चलो कुछ विधि बोलो आगे दिखा दे नहीं दिखा दे तो हमारे पास यहाँ पे देखिए क्या है ये मकई है, ठीक है। तो इसको हम क्या करेंगे यहाँ पे बंद कर देंगे। हैरी पॉटर किसने देखा? सबने देखा। कोई भी चीज को हवा में उड़ाने के लिए कौन सा मंत्र होता है? कोई भी चीज को लेविटेट करना है, अब उसका मंत्र क्या है? आप लोग हैरी पॉटर इतना अच्छे से नहीं देखा शायद, उसका मंत्र होता है विंगार्डियन लेवियोसा। चलिए तो हम करते हैं आबराकाडाबरा। आबराकाडाबरा हाथ मुला आ जाए, देखता है हाथ मुला है आबराकाडाबरा हाथ मुला आ जाए। यहाँ से आप एक कबूतर उड़ के आएगा, ठीक है। जैसे कबूतर उड़ के आता है आप सब लोग क्लैप कर रहे हैं, नहीं आता तो उससे ज्यादा क्लैप कर रहे हैं। नहीं तो नेक्स्ट जन्म में क्या करना पड़ेगा? घर पे जाके चलो तो अभी हम आबराकाडाबरा करके हाथ मुला आ जाए। अभी हम इसको खोलते हैं और यहाँ देखो क्या बन गया। अच्छा लगा? ये कैसा हुआ? मेरा अकाउंट नंबर लिख दो 9664008 लिख रहा चलो होगा, हम इसमें रिवील कर देते हैं क्योंकि एक दो ट्रिक्स आप लोगों को भी जानना है ना। आज आया यहाँ पे साइंस सेंटर में ये फंक्शन में आया था, घर जाएगा कुछ ट्रिक सीख के जाएगा, ठीक है ना। तो देखो इसके अंदर में क्या है, साइंस बिहाइंड ये मैजिक ना। यहाँ पे क्या है, एयर प्रेशर का काम करता है, ठीक है ना। ये क्या करता है, एयर प्रेशर। जैसे आप देखा जो साइंस में ट्रिक होता है, छोटा क्लास में होता है, जैसे पानी लेता है उसको ऊपर पेपर लगा कर उल्टा कर देता है तो गिरता नहीं है, ठीक है ना। क्या प्रेशर होता है, जो भी प्रेशर होता है आप लोग पढ़ा होगा। हम तो नहीं पढ़ा, हम बहुत ही गधा था छोटा से बचपन से ही, लेकिन पता नहीं आज कैसा यहाँ पे आ गया टेक्नोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट में, ठीक है। तो देखिए इसका पीछे क्या है कि यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी पॉपकॉर्न रखा हुआ है, ओके, अंदर पहले से रखा हुआ है। एंड इनसाइड दिस यहाँ एक चैम्बर है। जब आप इसको पुल करते हैं देखो यहाँ से है मेरा, इसको इसका ऊपर रखता है तो आप लोग को जब हम दिखाएं तो देखो क्या है, तो जब हम इसको क्या करता है, हम इसको बंद करते हैं, यहाँ पे लिखा भी गया है क्या होता है, यहाँ जाके लॉक कर देता है, ठीक है। तो जब हम इसको उठाता है तो यहाँ पे आगे ऊपर, तो आपको हम रिवील करते हैं कि देखो पॉपकॉर्न ऐसा लग रहा है एक जगह में बहुत गाड़ी नहीं हो जाएगा। तो एक्चुअली वो डबल डोर कॉल कर रहा है, जल्दी चाहिए उसको, आया है। तो हम लोग आ जाते हैं, ये है क्लासिकल जो गांव में दिखाता है ना, सड़क में जाके तो नहीं दिखाता, देखा नहीं देखा। यहाँ पे आता है बीच बीच में टोकरी में बच्चा को घुसा देता है, इसका वैसे छाप देता है, गायब हो जाता है, अचानक से चाकू निकल के गला काट देता है, देखा। तो वैसा ही मैजिक है, उसी से हमने चोरी किया। बोला भैया हमको एक ट्रिक सिखाओ, भैया 10,000 तो देना। 10,000 क्यों, आप चले जाओ ठीक है ना। तो ये वॉलनट होता है ना इसको, तो इसके अंदर से मैंने एक थ्रेड निकाल दिया। तो देखिए ऐसा नहीं है सेपरेट थ्रेड नहीं, इसको आप पुल करने पे ये थ्रेड आता है, इसको पुल करने पे ये थ्रेड आता है, ओके। किसी को डाउट है कि अंदर कुछ गड़बड़ है, दो रस्सी आपस में अलग-अलग बांधा हुआ है, आप चेक कर सकते हैं, दिखाओ ऑडियंस को, पुल करके दिखाओ। ओके, ठीक है ना। तो अभी इसमें ट्रिक क्या है कि मेरा वॉइस से ये काम करेगा, ठीक है। हम बोलेगा गिर जाओ, नीचे गिर जाओ, ठीक है। हम बोलेगा रुक जाओ, रुक जाएगा। अभी देखो हम बोले गिर जाओ, देखिए जब हम इसको नीचे ऐसा छोड़ता है, नीचे आ रहा है, ओके। जैसे हम इसको यहाँ से छोड़ देता है, नीचे आ जाता है, ओके, समझ में आ रहा है। तो अभी हम इसको जब यहाँ से छोड़ता है, स्टॉप, तो नहीं है, आप चेक किया था ना सही से, हाँ बस सब में चेक किया है, यदि वहाँ कोई डाउट है तो आप बोलिए। तो इसमें आप कोई बोल सकता है, आप सब लोग बोले स्टॉप तो ये रुक जाएगा, ठीक ठीक है, आपको पावर देना पड़ेगा ना। तो आप लोग बोले स्टॉप तो स्टॉप हो जाएगा, ठीक है? स्टार्ट कैसा लगा? तो अभी ये तो छोटा मोटा मैजिक, मतलब ये जो कि आपको ये दिखा दिया है। अभी आएगा असली जो मैजिक है, क्योंकि हम लोग इतना सारा गैदरिंग हुआ, तो हम लोग अभी असली मैजिक देखेंगे, थोड़ा सा सीरियस होगा, ठीक है ना? यही हिसाब से क्या है कि इतना अच्छा लगेगा। तो अभी हमारा सबसे बेस्ट मैजिक ट्रिक सारी। So this is our best magic trick. सफल नहीं होता, तो ये क्या है मेरा वॉल ऑफ डायनासोर पार्ट 2। तो अभी इसमें हम देखते ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट में है, आबराकडाबरा गिली 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 छू। कैसा लगा मैजिक? सबसे मैजिक सबसे बढ़िया। और ये हम इसमें देंगे। आ जाओ, क्या नाम? इधर आ जाओ।
Bamang Mekya. I'm from Zion Institute of Nursing. Yes. Yes, देखने के लिए अच्छा लगता है।
अभी आपको सब लोग देखिए, इसको हम लड़का बनाने वाले हैं। ओके, बाय। कैसे लगेगा? चलो, ये आपको मेरा तरफ से किसी को रिवील मत कीजिएगा। उठा के लेके आएगा, ठीक है ना? अभी आगे वाला पीछे वाला से भी उठाएगा, कभी पीछे उठाएगा, कभी सर ताकि टोटल पूरा पार्टिसिपेंट हो, सबको इंटरेस्ट समा जाएगा। Now our next trick जो है ये बैग, ठीक है ना? तो हम लोग अभी एक गाना बजाएंगे, आओ चले प्रभु यीशु के घर। सब लोग दस तो चलिए आप लोग ये मेरा ऑफरिंग होता है ना, ऐसा ऑफरिंग। तो कहीं ना कहीं ये जीसस के जमाने में नहीं जा रहे हैं, ऐसे आप लोग चीज को फेस करेंगे, ठीक है? तो हम लोग ये ट्रिक करने वाले हैं, बहुत ही फेमस ट्रिक है, इजिप्ट में ये ट्रिक किया जाता है। इससे पहले हम अपना ये उठा लेते हैं, मेडिटेशन में होता है ना कि कहीं भी छुपा के रख देगा ऐसे, ठीक है? गली में भी हो सकता है। ओके, तो अभी इसके अंदर में क्या है? इसके अंदर में है एक ग्रीन बॉल, ठीक है ना? इस कलर का है ग्रीन कलर। पकड़ो, हाँ चेक करो, दिखाओ, सही है ना? चलो वापस देखो। तो ये ग्रीन बॉल है, तो हम यहाँ पे है मेरा बॉल, ठीक है? इसके अंदर में कुछ है तो नहीं, ठीक है, खाली है। अभी हम क्या करेंगे, इसको यहाँ पे डाल देंगे और मेरा स्टिक है ये इसलिए कुछ नया मंत्र बोलना पड़ेगा, ठीक है ना? हाँ, चलो आबरा डाबरा आबरा का डाबरा। तो अभी हम जब देखेंगे इसके अंदर में कबूतर निकल के आ जाएगा। रेडी, पकड़ने के लिए रेडी रहो। 1 2 कबूतर। अच्छा, कबूतर जो है एक्चुअली कबूतर का कहानी है। यहाँ देखिए आप लोग, मेरा ट्रिक्स फ्लॉप हो रहा है तो बीच में तो मेरा कबूतर को हम लेके आएंगे वापस, ठीक है? ग्राउंड को यहाँ है और आप सबको हम दिखाने के लिए कि कहीं कुछ गड़बड़ तो नहीं है, ठीक है? हम यहाँ पे डाल देंगे, ठीक है ना? आगे वालों को मतलब ट्रिक्स पता चल जाएगा। 1 2 3 चिली छू। तो यहाँ से मेरा कबूतर निकल के आ जाए। नकली तो नहीं है, बढ़िया है, ठीक है? इधर आ।
My name is Chukuyata.
और बोलेंगे असली
Hi, Aslianda. Aslianda ये जो
आज सुबह हम अपना ही पेट से निकला
मैं हम तो अभी आपका यहाँ अंदर से निकल के
ठीक है, चलो आप यहीं पे रहो। जो अंडा है उसका पेट से नहीं निकला है, क्योंकि पेट से अंडा नहीं निकलता ना। जो अंडा निकलता है वो मेरा कहाँ से निकलता है सबको तो पता होगा, कहाँ से निकलता है? आ जाओ स्टेप चलते। तो ये जो अंडा है अभी इसका नीचे से निकाल दिया। ये जो अंडा अभी आप नीचे से और आँख बंद करने में ज्यादा आसान हो तो आपको आगे जैसे आगे आँख बंद कर लो। ये जो अंडा है आपको महसूस हो रहा है? आपको अंडा महसूस हो रहा है? अभी कौन सा साइज है? देखो दिमाग के अंदर कैसे मैजिक चल रहा है। आपको अभी अंडा फील हो रहा है?
हाँ।
कहाँ पे है? अभी कहाँ है?
राइट समझे।
अभी कहाँ है?
लेफ्ट समझे।
ठीक है, तो ये जो अंडा है मेरा अंदर का मुर्गी कहाँ है? मुर्गी कहाँ है? मतलब अंडा तो है लेकिन मुर्गी कहाँ चलाएंगे इसका? अभी इसका बाजी है, घर जाओ आज रात जब खाना खाने का टॉयलेट करेगा, जब टॉयलेट करेगा एक बार जरूर नीचे देखना, कहीं आवाज तो नहीं आ रहा है। ओके, थैंक यू। अपना नाम बताओ सबको।
Halo madam, VIGYAN ITANAGAR VSP. Nalo VIGYAN ITANAGAR VSP.
आप लोग कैसा लग रहा है? आप लोगों को ऐसा लग रहा है कि ये सर तो मैजिशियन कम स्टैंड अप कॉमेडियन ज्यादा लग रहा है। एंटरटेनमेंट होना चाहिए ना, ठीक है। एजुकेशन के साथ साथ आप देखिए एग्जाम के टाइम में कहीं प्रिपेयर कर रहा, आप दिन भर पढ़ रहे हैं, दिमाग काम नहीं करता, तो आपको वो बीच में क्या थोड़ा सा रिफ्रेश हो जाओ, गाना सुनो, इधर घूम के आओ, तो माइंड क्या हो जाता है, थोड़ा सा रिलैक्स हो जाता है ना, तो आराम मिल जाता है, ठीक है। तो हम लोग को ये नहीं कि पढ़ाई करना है, एंटरटेनमेंट में बीच में रिफ्रेशमेंट भी करना है, तो ये रिफ्रेशमेंट मेरा तरफ से आप लोग के लिए फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट, ठीक है।
कि थोड़ा सा समय लग रहा है, तो
झूठ बोल रहे हैं। थोड़ा टेक्नोलॉजी वाला मैजिक आप लोगों को दिखाया है। यहाँ पे देख रहा आपको ये यहाँ से आपको नजर आ रहा है? ये क्या है? एक रेड डॉट है ना, लाइन। इसको हम यहाँ से पुल करके नीचे लेके आते हैं। देखिए मैजिक ट्रिक है, जिसको भी वंस मोर देखना है इनोवेशन होते हैं। अकाउंट नंबर तो सबको मैसेज कर देगा। ये ट्रिक के लिए ज्यादा नहीं लेगा, हमको 5000 तो उसके लिए थोड़ा कम ही लेगा, 7000। तो ये जो क्लासिकल हम लोग देखा है कप एंड बॉल मैजिक, तो कप एंड बॉल मैजिक जो है बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग मैजिक है। इसके अंदर में एक बॉल रहता है, ठीक है ना, एक कप रहता है, और आपको अगर हम दिखाएंगे ये इसके अंदर में कुछ भी नहीं है, ठीक है ना, खाली है, बात नहीं कर रहे, चेक कर लो, ठीक है, ओके, कहीं कुछ तो नहीं है ना, और ये बॉल भी चेक कर लो, ठीक है ना, ओके, तो मैजिक ट्रिक का रिव्यू हम आपको बाद में करेंगे, ठीक है ना, पार्ट ऑफ ट्रिक होता है, ठीक है ना, नहीं पता सो मच गो ऑन, कुछ भी गलती हो जाता है तो भी क्या है सो मच गो ऑन, ठीक है ना। तो ये मेरा कप है और ये मेरा बॉल है, ठीक है ना, इसको अगर हम यहाँ से ड्रॉप करेंगे नीचे निकल के जाएगा, नहीं जा रहा, ठीक है, इधर से भी नहीं जाएगा, ओके। अभी हम क्या करेंगे, ये कप के अंदर में ये बॉल को डालेंगे, ओके। इसके बाद हमको थोड़ा नीचे बैठना पड़ेगा, हम यहाँ, ठीक है ना, और हम करेंगे क्या, आबरा का डाबरा, अब उठाएंगे तो देखिए मेरा बॉल गायब होगा। तो अभी हम क्या करेंगे, मैजिक से नहीं, हाँ ये वाला तुम बोल के रखो, हाँ हो जाएगा। तो अभी हम मैजिक से ड्रॉप हो रहा है ना, होता है नया है, तो हम मैजिक से आ जाओ, आ जाओ, आ गया बॉल, उसके बाद 1 2 3 गिली 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 चू, आ जाओ बॉल, नहीं आया, 1 2 3 गिली गिली चू, आ जाओ बॉल, आ जाओ, इसको डालते बार बार आ रहा है, तो इसको हम कर देंगे अंदर, उसके बाद तो इसको भी हम डाल देते हैं, ओके। बहुत आप लोगों लेट तो नहीं हो रहा ना, जल्दी जल्दी से आप लोग बहुत दूर, अच्छा ये ट्रिक रिव्यू करना है, यस इंटरेस्टिंग है ना, ठीक है। नंबर लिखिए 971400, ठीक है, 7000 वो लाइक वाला, इसका हम रिव्यू करेंगे, जरूर रिव्यू करेंगे। इससे पहले आपको हम ये इंटरेस्टिंग वाला ट्रिक है, वाटर मैजिक, उसको बोलता है वाटर, ठीक है, वाटर मैजिक, और वहां से एक गिलास लेके ओके, इसके अंदर में जो है, ठीक है ना, ये जो है इसमें है पानी, ठीक है ना, यहाँ पे बहुत बड़ा मैजिक ट्रिक नहीं हो रहा, बहुत सिंपल सिंपल, ठीक है ना, आप लोग का हम लास्ट में रिवील करेंगे। तो ये पानी है, ये पानी को हम क्या करेंगे, आपको सच में पानी है ना, यहाँ पे और करके दिखाता है, ओके, पानी है, ये पानी को हम क्या करेंगे, यहाँ पे ये पानी है ना, ओके, इसमें पानी है, ओके। अब आ जाओ मेरा एक ऑडियंस, कौन आएगा, आ जाओ, पीछे से आ जाओ,
My name is Bonam Chokar. Class 10. Government school, government friend.
तो इसका नाम है मोनम चौका, क्लास 10 गवर्नमेंट सेकेंडरी स्कूल ई सेक्टर, ठीक है। तो हम लोग इसके साथ मैजिक ट्रिक करेंगे।
चलो अभी आप खड़ा हो जाओ, रबर दे दो। ऐसे बाल बांधना है। इस तरफ फेस करो। देखो हमारा कान में छेद होता है, सर बोलता है पढ़ाई करो एग्जाम आ रहा है, यहाँ से सुनता है, यहाँ से तो आज हम ये प्रूव करने वाला है कि आपका ये कान से कोई भी छेद जाता है तो ये कान से निकल जाता है। तो हम यहाँ है, आप मेरा कितना फिंगर है देख सकते हैं। अगर ये कान से ध्यान से देखें, इस साइड पे दिखाई कितना फिंगर है, दिखाई दे रहा है, दिखाई दे रहा है। यहाँ पे छेद होगा, अच्छा से देखिए, फिंगर नजर आएगा। तो ये हम आज प्रूव करने वाला है मैजिक से, ठीक है। बैठ जाइए। तो हम क्या करेंगे, ये पाइप ले लेगा, ये आप एक हाथ से काम इससे लंबा होगा पाइप। एक काम में ये पकड़, अभी आप क्या करेंगे, पानी डाल देंगे, अच्छे से पकड़ होती है ना। यहाँ पे हम जो पानी यहाँ खोल किया था, ठीक है, यहाँ पे हम डालेंगे। तो यहाँ पे मेरा पानी था, ठीक है ना, ठीक है, पानी है ना, तो अभी ये जो पानी है इसको हम क्या करेंगे, ठीक है ना, यहाँ पे हम खोल कर देंगे। पानी जब अंदर जाने बताओ, ठीक है ना, आ रहा पानी आ रहा है। अंदर से ऐसा नहीं हुआ। ये जो यहाँ का जो पानी है, जो हमने यहाँ पे जो पानी डाला था, ठीक है ना, ये पानी को हमने यहाँ पे डाल दिया, ठीक है ना। तो देखता है इसमें पानी आया कि नहीं आया। अगर आ गया क्या है? जादू होगा ना, जैसे पानी निकलता हम लोग, ठीक है? इतना तो नहीं करो, थोड़ा पानी से लगा। ऐसा तो नहीं किया ना? तो थोड़ा और निकाल दे, थोड़ा और निकाल देता है। दिन भर ऐसा गंदा पानी कान से निकला हुआ पानी खाली हो गया, ठीक है? अभी असली मैजिक ट्रिक कब होगा? जब ये बर्तन खाली वाला से हम दोबारा पानी निकालें, ठीक है? तो हम तो ये बर्तन जो पानी इसमें डाला था, तो हम क्या करेंगे इसमें से दोबारा मतलब आप लोग पूरा हमको फ्लॉप करना है। ये सब फ्लॉप करना है, ये हम लोग का कोशिश है। अभी जो नेक्स्ट ट्रिक है, रुक जाओ, बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग और डेंजरस ट्रिक। एकदम जोर से क्लियर करना, ठीक है? आपको क्या करना है? इसको 4 मिनट है बोलने में, फुल करो। ठीक है, कर लेगा। बहुत टाइम नहीं लेते हुए जल्दी जल्दी हम लोग जाएंगे, क्योंकि हमारे पास टाइम नहीं है। अभी हम लोग बेकर का वाटर मैजिक अभी हम लोग करेंगे फायर आप भी बहुत डेंजरस ट्रिक है। ये मेरा लास्ट ट्रिक है सर, तो वही बहुत सारे ट्रिक है। जो मेरा पास एक बुक है, इसमें बहुत सारा मंत्र लिखा हुआ है करने का। ये संस्कृत में लिखा हुआ है, आपको पढ़ने में बहुत डेंजरस ट्रिक है। और ये ट्रिक में आपको हल्का सा एक आवाज आएगा, ठीक है? अंदर में लाइटर है और ये जो लाइटर है जल नहीं रहा, इसका पीछे का ट्रिक हम बताता है क्या है। एक बुक है, आप खुद भी घर में बना सकते हैं। इसका यहाँ पे बहुत सारा पेजेस है, आपको क्या करना है, पेजेस को लेकर अलग में ऐसे इसमें हमने थोड़ा सा नंबर मिला के, ठीक है ना, क्या ऐसे या कुछ भी आप डाल सकते हैं। जब हम यहाँ पे प्रेस करते हैं तो पीछे से आपको ऐसा लगता है कि क्या फायर हो रहा है ना, फायर कैसे बुक में से आप घर में अपना नेक्स्ट किताब पढ़ें। ये तो बोलेगा ये साइंस सेंटर में आया था, ऐसे पूरा किताब ही चला। मफलर इसके बाद हम लोग जल्दी से सब लोग को भी इन्वॉल्व करेंगे। मेरा नाम बताइए अपना।
My name is Gucci Anya and I am from Northeast Nursing College of Health Science and currently I am in second year BSc Nursing.
आपको हम थोड़ा बातचीत करेंगे। तो आपका हॉबीज बताइए क्या है आपका? देखिए मेंटल फिक्स मेंटलिस्टिक होता है क्या होता है? आपको क्या करना है?
मुझे सोना पसंद है।
सोना पसंद है, हमको डायमंड पसंद है, किसी को चांदी हो गया।
आपका घर में देखिए आपका म्यूजिक करना है, ठीक है? क्वेश्चन में आपका माइंड कैसा करता है? आपका घर में कितना फैमिली? आप हमसे पहले मिला क्योंकि डाउन होगा मेरे से। सच में बोलिए। सच में कभी आपने देखा? सच बोल रहा है। सच में बोल रहा है, सच ना हम बोल रहे हैं इसलिए आप बोल रहे हैं। पहले कभी मिला हमसे?
नहीं सर।
फर्स्ट टाइम है ना?
जी सर।
आपको घर में कितना फैमिली मेंबर्स है?
टोटल 6।
और घर में कोई पेट है? मत बताओ। कुत्ता है, बिल्ली है, ऐसा कुछ मत बताओ। घर में पेट है? ये ना भी मत हाँ या ना ही बताओ। ये पेट पालता है आपको घर में?
आपने तो बोला मत पता।
क्या पेट कौन सा पेट पालता वो मत या आप पालता है ये और नो
नो
झूठ बोल रहा है। घर में बहुत सारा कॉकरोच पाल के रखा आपको घर में क्या चीज याद दिलाता है?
बोली
आता नहीं चला वो बोले चलिए आपको एक बार आपको दे पेन है आपके पास? बोलिए वाला से ना मेरे पास एक पेपर लॉक है, बहुत सारा पेपर है, इसमें हम आपका नाम स्पेलिंग बताओ हमको क्या है? ठीक है ना बोनी ठीक है आप इधर साइड में आ जाओ तो ये जो बोनी है सिस्टर मस्जिद चला दो क्या मत बोल रहे सिस्टर तो अभी हम फाइल मैजिक करने वाला है बहुत सीरियस मैजिक है बोनी आप जल रहे हैं मोनी का मोनी जल गया है। आपका दोस्त है कोई? आपका दोस्त तो बोलो, आपका दोस्त है इसको बोलो मोनी हम आज नया वाला एकदम एप्पल मोबाइल लेके आए हैं, जल जाएगा। तो ये जो रात है इसको हम कलेक्ट कर लेता है, ऐसे हम कलेक्ट कर लेगा। और ये हम तो ये मेरे पास एक स्पॉन्ज है जो हम यहाँ पे डिप करेगा, ऐसा ना सोप लेंगे पानी, ठीक है? ओके, तो हम ये जो पानी है इसको हम यहाँ पे ऐसा थोड़ा ड्रॉप कर देते हैं। उसके बाद नीचे रख दो, गिली 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 छू छू आवरा का डाबरा पेपर निकल गया। जोर से क्लैप बजाओ। जल गया, इसको जलाई दो, जली गया स्मोक का प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा, हो जाएगा। बीच में माचिस मत जला ये आ रहा है पूरा ये जो पेपर है इसमें हम बोनी का राख ले लेगा, हम स्टार्ट कर देंगे। ओम ग्रीन 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 नमस्ते हर बोली आप कर दीजिए थोड़ा सा ऐसा कर देना अच्छा से। यहाँ पे आ गया क्या बॉडी तो नाम नजर आ रहा है, क्लैप कर दो। खत्म कर दे, हो गया ना? यस बॉडी बन गया। और देखिएगा लास्ट देखिएगा, लास्ट फायर स्प्रिंग ये फायर स्प्रिंग है, इसका पीछे आपको हम बताएंगे, रिवील करेंगे हम लोग फायर कैसे निकालते हैं। ये जस्ट एक केमिस्ट्री एक्सपेरिमेंट है, ठीक है? तो आपको हम बताएंगे कि हमने बोनी को जला के वापस बोनी कैसे लेके आए। आपका भाई का नाम बोनी ओके तो ये केमिस्ट्री का एक्सपेरिमेंट है और बहुत मैजिकल लगता है एक्सपेरिमेंट। तो हमारे पास 3 केमिकल है, तो हम बताएंगे आपको क्या क्या केमिकल हम लोग यूज करते हैं। तो सबसे पहले जो मेरा मैजिक स्टिक है, इसको हम ये पानी में डिप करेंगे। पानी में डिप करने के बाद इसको हम यहाँ पे डालेंगे। केमिकल आपको जानना है? तो सर यानी गैसेट क्या क्या हो सकता है? सारे फीचर कौन सा केमिकल यूज किया आपने सर?
लुको सर बताइएगा। लुको सर
ये जो क्या है? सोडियम, ये पानी। हाँ, तो आप लोग सर से पूछ लीजिए, क्योंकि हमसे पूछेगा तो फिर आपका अकाउंट नंबर वाला तो 2 आदमी आ जाओ। सर इस बार कोई आना चाहते हैं? यहाँ पे हो जाएगा, चलो कोई स्टूडेंट भी आ जाओ, एक लड़का करके आ जाओ।
Jayon है गवर्नमेंट मिडिल स्कूल।
आप लोगों को मजा तो लग रहा है ना? यस। बोरिंग हो गया?
So, my name is Mamam Nayan. I'm from Jain Institute of Nursing, and I'm currently studying in 3rd year BSc Nursing.
My name is Sam, and I study in Gopal Secondary School, Ornagar.
तो हम ये जो कार्ड है, एक कार्ड है, आज का जादू तो ये लोग ऊपर से कार्ड ये जो कार्ड है इसको हम रखते हैं यहाँ पे, ठीक है? ओके, अब हम चला जाएगा पीछे और आपका कार्ड दिखाओ सबको, आपके कार्ड दिखाओ, ठीक है? चलो कार्ड दिखा दो सबको। बोलना नहीं आ रहा, बताना नहीं हमको। देखिए ना, इसको आप क्या कीजिए, अब नहीं रहो, ठीक है? अभी आपको हम ये ट्रिक रिवील करेंगे, प्रोबेबिलिटी। मैथ्स में हम लोग कैसा निकालते हैं प्रोबेबिलिटी, ठीक है ना? ये सिर्फ मैजिक आपको हम क्या बताते हैं, साइंस बिहाइंड मैजिक। तो हम लोग अभी इसमें थोड़ा मैथ्स ठीक है ना, तो अभी आपको हम रिवील करेंगे। हम लोग देखा होगा कार्ड में हम प्रोबेबिलिटी कैसा निकालते हैं, प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या हम लोग कार्ड का बोलते हैं, वो चीज आपको बाद में प्रैक्टिकली डेमोंस्ट्रेट करेंगे। तो कार्ड सबको पता है ना कि क्या क्या होता है उसमें? एक नंबर कार्ड होता है 2 3 4 5 6 करके स्टैंडर्ड, और एक होता है फेस कार्ड J Q K, और एक होता है A। और इसमें होता है मेरा 2 कलर, एक होता है रेड एंड ब्लैक। रेड में 2 होता है, एक लव वाला सिंबल और एक होता है ऐसे डायमंड, ठीक है? और एक होता है ब्लैक में काला और एक होता है, ठीक है? तो अभी आप दोनों हमको बताइए कार्ड नहीं बताना, ठीक है? हम आपको कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछेगा और इसका पीछे आप लोग हम कैलकुलेशन बताएंगे कैसा करके आप ठीक करें, जैसे आप मैजिक करें इसी के बीच में आपको क्योंकि टाइम नहीं है आपको बता करने के लिए, ठीक है? तो आपको हम साथ ही बताएंगे। आपका पहले कार्ड बताइए, क्या वो फेस कार्ड था या नंबर कार्ड था? बस इतना बताइए। नंबर कार्ड। आप बताइए कि आपका फेस कार्ड था या नंबर कार्ड? तो सबको पता है होगा, चलो नंबर सब देखा ना। तो अभी प्रोबेबिलिटी आ गया है, टोटल कितना कार्ड होता है? 32। एक सेकंड में 30 होता है, पूरा मिला के होता है 50। दैट मींस अगर हम ले लेगा 30, ठीक है, उसमें से मेरा प्रोबेबिलिटी घट गया है कहां से? 2 फेस कार्ड नहीं होगा, ठीक है ना? तो देखिए कैलकुलेशन में सर मैथ्स का है सर, आप देखिए स्ट्रिप को हम कैसे करते हैं। तो स्टूडेंट को आप स्कूल में इस तरीके से आप पढ़ा सकते हैं तो काफी इंटरेस्टिंग होगा। तो अभी जैसे आपका फेस कार्ड नहीं है, ठीक है, तो इसमें मेरा प्रोबेबिलिटी घट गया है। मेरा अभी क्या क्या हो सकता है? 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 ये हो सकता है, ठीक है ना? मेरा ए नहीं हो सकता है, जे नहीं हो सकता है, क्वीन नहीं हो सकता, के भी नहीं हो सकता, ठीक है ना? तो मेरा प्रोबेबिलिटी घट गया। कितना कितना अभी मेरा पास टोटल डिजिट है? 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 9। अभी मेरा प्रोबेबिलिटी हो गया 9 1/9, ठीक है ना? लेकिन ये केस में 2 है, ठीक है ना? तो अभी आप हमको ये बताइए, क्या आपका जो कार्ड है कलर बताइए, ठीक है? क्योंकि इसमें फिर बहुत सारा है तो ना ईटा काला पान वगैरह, रेड है या ब्लैक है वो बताइए। हाँ ब्लैक है, श्योर ब्लैक है इसका? आपका बताइए कि आपका रेड है या ब्लैक है? ब्लैक है, ठीक है। तो प्रोबेबिलिटी था 2 में से घट गया 1, है ना? अभी आपको श्योर हो गया कि ब्लैक कार्ड है दोनों, ठीक है ना? ये कंफर्म है कि ब्लैक है, लेकिन आपको ये पता नहीं कि वो काला पान है या चीनी है, ठीक है ना? समझ आ रहा है? नाउ आप बताइए कि आपका प्रोबेबिलिटी आप लोग कैलकुलेट कीजिए माइनस, क्या आपका कार्ड इवेंट नंबर था ना और नंबर? और नंबर है, तो इसका प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या होगा? और क्योंकि आपको पता है 2 से लेकर 10 तक ही होगा, और नंबर है दैट मींस 2 में होगा, ठीक है? मेरा हो सकता है 3 5 7 9, ठीक है? 3 5 7 9, ओके। तो मेरा पास कितना आ गया प्रोबेबिलिटी? 4 ना, 4 बन गया, ठीक है ना? तो देखिए अभी हमको श्योर है कि इसका कार्ड अगर 3 हो सकता है, 5 हो सकता है, 7 हो सकता है या 9 हो सकता है, और वो ब्लैक कलर का, लेकिन ये पता नहीं कि है या वो। आपको बताइए कि इवेंट था ना वो था? होगा, चलो और एक नंबर है ना, तो इसमें भी सेम केस अप्लाई होगा, ठीक है ना? तो मेरा प्रोबेबिलिटी घट गया, ठीक है, 13 से 52 कार्ड में से हमको ये कंफर्म हो गया क्या कि मेरा कार्ड जो ब्लैक है, मेरा कार्ड जो ओड नंबर है, ठीक है ना? अभी क्या कीजिए, दोनों को ऐड कर दीजिए, प्लस कर दोनों को प्लस। आपको नंबर याद नहीं है? आपको याद नहीं है? याद है दोनों को आपस में? ठीक है, देखिए आप लोग भी देखा ना दोनों का कार्ड, ठीक है? आप दोनों का कार्ड है उसको ऐड कर दो, ठीक है सर? देखिए कैलकुलेशन कैसा होगा, दोनों को ऐड कर दिया, और ऐड करने से आंसर भी ओडी आएगा, ठीक है ना? ये जरूरी है क्या? तो दोनों को ऐड कर दो, ठीक है ना? जो आंसर है वो क्या 13 से ज्यादा है ना छोटा है? ज्यादा है, ज्यादा है। तो मेरा कंफर्म हो गया, अगर 13 से ज्यादा है दैट मींस 10 + 10 20, एक का 10 हो सकता है, समझ में आ रहा है? 9 + 9 हो सकता है 18, तो मेरा कार्ड होगा 10 नहीं तो 9, 8 + 8 16, 7 + 7 14, ठीक है ना? तो अदर मेरा वो प्रोबेबिलिटी मिला, लेकिन इसमें भी बहुत सारा है, 9 + 2 9 + 6 तो हो सकता है 15, एग्जैक्ट 3 तो हो सकता है, ठीक है ना? 10 + 7 ऐसे भी हो सकता है, ठीक है ना? ओके, अभी प्लस कर दिया, इसको डिवाइड कर दिया 2 से, पॉइंट को छोड़ दो, 2 से डिवाइड कर दो, पॉइंट को छोड़ दो, जैसे 10 को हम डिवाइड करते हैं 5 टाइम्स, 9 को डिवाइड करेंगे कितना होगा? 4.5, 4.5 को छोड़ दो, राउंड फिगर में 4 दे दो, ठीक है ना? जो भी आपका नंबर आ रहा है उसको आप 2 से डिवाइड कर दो, तो क्या वो मेरा 10 से ज्यादा होता है ना कम होता है? कम होता है। आ गया दिमाग में, सर आपके दिमाग में आया पार्ट, तो आप एक काम कीजिए, ये पार्ट में आप कहीं भी दोनों सेम जगह तो नहीं डाला। तो जो आपका कार्ड था वो हम बता देते हैं क्या है कार्ड, वो कार्ड है आपका काला पान, आपका काला पान है 5, आपका काला पान है इसका चीनी है, यस देखो आ रहा ना सीढ़ी है 10, ये नहीं है, तो क्या करना होगा? नंबर क्या था? 7 और आपका 9, तो जो मैंने कहा आप जो डाला दोनों सेम जगह डाला, अलग अलग जगह डाला, तो हम ये कार्ड को निकाल के कैसा लगा? हो जाएगा? आप मेरे सर से कराइए। चलिए हम लोग सर का काम करते हैं, लास्ट के लिए, तो हम लोग जो कार्ड है आप चलिए सबको ये लास्ट के लिए, उसके बाद खत्म, देखिए सर आप इसको डालना चाहते हैं ओके सर, जो हम लोग का ट्रेन डायरेक्टर सर है, हम आपको सर और मैं बताएंगे टेक्नोलॉजी है ना, सर हम लोग का ट्रेन डायरेक्टर है और सर बहुत ही एनर्जेटिक है, और हम लोग का सर जो इसी है, तो पेप्सी तो पीता होगा सर, ये अंडर ड्रिंक है, तो हमारे पास ये स्टिक है और टैक्सी हम लोग अभी सब लोग पीते बांटते पी रहे हैं, आम में डाल इसलिए हम इसका पीछे भी मेरा साइज है, ठीक है ना, इसे भी छू करेगा और आपका कार्ड अंदर जो है थैंक यू, आप लोग इतना देर हमको बर्दाश्त किया और सबको अच्छा लगा ना? तो लाइफ में पढ़ाई का साथ साथ एंटरटेनमेंट भी होना चाहिए. ओके, थैंक यू वंस अगेन.
For such a nice
Wait, we want to stay there.
show. We thank Subutaran, for organizing this. We all enjoyed. It was very nice. So a token of love from our side, from ICMR, we want to present you with something. That box. Where is that box? Yeah, it's here. I request Dr. Rekha ma'am to present him with this. Okay, so I will be doing. Thank you.
आप लोग को भी बहुत चाहिए तो मैजिक सीख लो.
So I will request the magician Subutaran ji to give a word of thanks, okay?
So आप सबको नजर नहीं आ रहा होगा क्योंकि मेरा हाथ बहुत छोटा है. So I Subutaran, behalf of Arunachal Pradesh State Council for Science and Technology, Department of Science and Technology, Government of Arunachal Pradesh, would like to thank our resource person, Dr. K. Radha Devi, scientist, Indian Council of Medical Research, Dibrugarh, for presenting such informative presentation and knowledge to us. And I would also like to thank Dr. Baswaraj sir for this also an Indian Council of Medical Research Institute of Virology, Pune. Thank you, sir, for sharing and entertaining us. Thank you, sir. And I would also like to thank my Joint Director, sir, Bamangapo, sir, for joining us here in program. इतना बिजी होने के बाद भी सर ने टाइम निकाला एंड हम लोग के साथ यहाँ पे अटेंड किया. आई थैंक यू सर. एंड आई थैंक ऑल द पार्टिसिपेंट, जितना भी आप लोग आए हैं. अगर आप लोग नहीं आता तो मेरा ट्रिक्स कौन देखता ना, कौन ताली बजाता, ठीक है. सो सबसे मेरा दिल से सबसे ज्यादा थैंक्स है आप लोग के लिए. थैंक यू फॉर कमिंग. हम लोग 28 तक रहेंगे प्रोग्राम, तो उसमें और भी बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग वगैरह प्रोग्राम होगा, ठीक है ना. तो यू कैन कम एंड विजिट. एंड थैंक यू. आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक माय कलीग, जितना भी हमारे साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट में हमारे इतना सारा प्रोग्राम. हाँ वही है, आप इसके बाद आराम से बैठ जाइए, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, ठीक है. सो हमारे जो स्टाफ है, इतना ये प्रोग्राम ऑर्गेनाइज किया हम लोग ने, यहाँ पे रात भर बैठ के सजाया, फ्लावर वगैरह लगाया. I would also like to thank them, and I would like to thank our curator sir, Dr. Vivek Kumar sir, for organizing such an event. Or lastly, I would like to thank the teachers of the different schools
क्योंकि अगर आपका सर आपको लेके नहीं आता तो आप लोग नहीं आ पाता ना, ठीक है। सो सबसे ज्यादा थैंकफुल है हमारे सर को, ठीक है। सर और आप लोग हमेशा हमारे साथ कोऑपरेट करते हैं, कोई भी प्रोग्राम में है बुलाते हैं, आते हैं। थैंक यू सर। एंड आफ्टर दिस वी विल हैव ए लाइट रिफ्रेशमेंट, हम लोग बाहर जाएंगे, खाएंगे। ओके ओके, वील हैव फोटो फर्स्ट, देन वील हैव रिफ्रेशमेंट। मेरा तरफ से आप लोग के लिए फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट खा दीजिएगा। ओके, थैंक यू।
Innovation has global level. This is one group photo.